This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up, my boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet, these niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash, take this job, shove it up your area. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be broke. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shit, mother. Man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or the host. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
Yeah. What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? Back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man Mark Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. All right, man. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Got a lot to talk about. Damn, man. Didn't see this coming, man. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see this one coming. Irvin Domingo Lorenzo Jr. Hold on, plug the phone. AKA Irv Gotti, age 54, born 1970, 54 years old, had a birthday coming up this year. Is no longer with us, man. Yeah, damn. Shout out to everybody who's here early. We're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna have a good show. We're gonna remember Irv Gotti in a good way. Irv was a music mogul, man. Music, TV, film. I mean, definitely was a legend, yo. Say what you want to about the guy. That guy was a legend. He was a DJ, producer, record exec. Definitely probably wouldn't know who Ashanti or Ja Rule was if it wasn't for Irv Gotti. Hold on, let me cut this fan on. It's a little warm in here. Hold on one second. Damn, man. Did not see this coming. But we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna open these phone lines up right now. Want you guys to call in and voice your opinion. Tell me your thoughts about the untimely death of Irv Gotti. I did hear he was a little under the weather. Had a stroke early last year, but they said he was doing better. I remember there was some pictures floating around of him. You know, you could tell he was walking with the cane. And Lisa sent me this about 8:30, and I just didn't want to believe it was true. I wasn't going to do a show tonight. And I really didn't want to believe it was true. And I saw a lot of reports going around where it wasn't confirmed. They said he was quote unquote declared dead, or I heard he might have been brain dead. But unfortunately, it has been confirmed. Let's share the screen. We'll talk about it. We share the screen so y'all know.
It's hip hop record.
Yo, Irv had some of the best interviews too. Like if you was fortunate enough to get an Irv Gotti interview, man, you got some gold right there. Let's share this right here for the people just getting here. Bolos, what up? Lisa, what up? Clips. I see. Here we go. Irv Gotti, music producer and founder of Murder Inc. Records, co-founder, dead at 54. The famed longtime industry exec shaped the careers of Ja Rule and Ashanti and was pivotal in Def Jam's late 90s revival. Yes, he was, bro. So let's keep it a buck. He was signed to, DMX was signed to Rough Riders, but Irv was very instrumental in his career. Jay-Z was not signed to Irv, but they talk about that in that documentary. Like, yo, Irv was the guy for Hove. Like, that was his DJ. Took him on tour. Like, you're my DJ. Damn, man. I like Irv Gotti, man. Always had respect for Irv Gotti. What's up, Haplo? It's my good guy right there, Haplo. What up, bro? Super talented, super duper talented dude. Hero just sent me something, said the Canelo and Crawford fight is off. More details to come from Ring. We'll cover that probably on Friday. Damn, man. Let me say something. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute, Clips. I gotta warm the show up first. Call in though. I want to take calls first. I want to get some calls first. But call in, voice your opinion. Let me read this article. I want to warm it up first, get the room populated. Because if I drop the link first with the panel, I won't get no calls. People to just ride around, sit there and listen to us talk instead of calling in. I want people to call in and voice their opinion. Irv Gotti, famed music producer, industry executive, TV producer, died at the age of 54, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Cause of death is currently still unknown. The instrumental hip-hop figure, born Irvin Lorenzo, died after previously suffering from what his representatives deemed as a minor stroke back in early 2024. At the time, they said he had changed his diet and had been making a, quote, successful. He was successful in making a full recovery, end quote. Gotti, a Hollis, Queens native, co-founded early on the 2000s rap Mega John. Yo, Murder Inc. sold records, man. They were selling records. Multi-platinum acts such as Ja Rule and Ashanti. I mean, they can tour forever. Actually, Ja's on tour right now. Where that tour starts, they're going to do a European leg. Then they're going to come back to the States. I know they hit my area. They hit Atlanta in September. But it's a big tour. They're touring all next year. It's Ja Rule, Nelly, Eve, and a couple other acts up there. Fabulous, too. But let me continue with this article. Where we at with it? The label has collectively sold 30 million units worldwide. With songs such as Ja Rule's Always on Time featuring Ashanti, Living It Up featuring Case, Ashanti's Foolish, Rock With You, Oh Baby, Oh Baby. Man, I'm so glad he was able to get that documentary done too. And
Sometime
it was a long documentary too, pause. It's a long documentary, but I enjoyed that documentary, that Murder Inc. documentary. I think it was like, 4 parts or something like that? But it was worth it. And it goes through and details this whole story, how the feds came in. Irv held it down. Feds was trying to get Irv to take a deal. He was like, nah, I'm good. And he, one of the few people that I know in recent years that actually beat a Fed case. He beat the RICO. Irv beat the RICO, money laundering, tax evasion, all of that. He beat it. It hurt him, though. Hurt him spend a lot of millions on that, but also he was persona non grata for a long time in the industry because of that, right? Because according to him, he said the feds told Def Jam, look, if y'all give him any money, we're going to put y'all in part of the case, too. Because y'all giving him money. I was like, damn, the government messed up. They want to break you. So here we go. Even when you hear about how he was an A&R, because he leveraged himself to get a record label after that, and Leo was like, yeah, Irv's cool, but if it was up to me, he'll still be working for me right now. He'll still be in that little room as an A&R working for me. I wouldn't. No, you got to take this shit from me. I ain't gonna just give it to you. But here we go. Working as an AR in Def Jam, Lorenzo, Irv Gotti, was pivotal and foundational labels in the late 90s. He helping Jay-Z and DMX get their deals. Come on, bro. That's major. He produced Jay-Z's Can I Live? Y'all remember that? That was on Priority Records, right? I thought Ski Beats did that. No. That was something else. I don't know why I thought Ski Beats did that, but okay. He produced Can I Live on Jay-Z's 1996 Reasonable Doubt, served as executive producer of DMX's legendary breakout album It's Dark and Hell Is Hot, which sold 4 million copies and established the Yonker MC as a rap superstar. Come on, bro. Come on. The two artists along with the Ja Rule were catalysts in bringing Def Jam back. I remember that, Murder Incorporated. Shit, I got Ja on, got Jay-Z, got your deal. DMX, I EP'd your joint, and they had that Murder Incorporated, man. Damn. They said he boosted Def Jam's value by more than $100 million in 1998. Come on, Irv. Say what you want to say. Irv New Music. Their success helped Lorenzo start Murder Inc. as a Def Jam subsidiary, which helped pave the way for him to collaborate with stars such as Jennifer Lopez, Eve, Alicia Keys, and many others. In 2003, he won Best Contemporary R&B Album Grammy for producing Ashanti's. Damn, he won a Grammy for that? Okay. Okay, he produced her self-titled album. Dope. Let me take a first call. Talk to me, fam.
Man, shout out to you, Mark Nash, man. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Shout out to the neighborhood. And let me start everything that I'm saying is listen. There's one thing to say it's all fair in love and war, and there's another thing to be a petty. It's too early in the show to say how I really feel. You know what I'm saying? Curtis need to relax. You a foul dude, man. You know what I'm saying? You was just naming off some of the things, and whether you like them or hate them personally, if you love this thing that we call the hip-hop culture, we got to take a second and give our flowers to the late, great Irv Gotti, the late, great, you know what I'm saying, Kevin Lighty, you know what I'm saying? These guys who were from the culture. And no, it wasn't so important to be the illest producer, to be the illest rapper, but he was so for the culture that he immersed himself into it, stayed tapped in. And like you was talking about, he was very instrumental in that 90s era of getting these bigger companies to open up that bag and really bring real money into the culture. See, a lot of people, you know of all these artists, you remember the songs, you remember whatever, but when you really, if you know, like me and you, we heads, Mark, you know what I'm saying? We read album credits, feel me, brother?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Irv Gotti's name's on a lot of them album credits. Let's stop playing and let's take a second to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, get this man his flowers as he transitions on to the other side. And stop trying to be petty. Talking about which packs you smoking on or whatever like that. Man, Curtis need to stop.
Yeah, I ain't got to that yet, but go ahead.
Nah, man, but I don't want to, we'll get to that when we get to that, but I just want to say, take that. I want to start off by just letting you know the energy, like, it's like, man, like, I got the news when you posted, you know what I'm saying, the notification for the show. Like, I'm actually was on social media, and I ain't even seen it on my timeline until you posted it. You feel what I'm saying? To where this is fresh. This is friggity fresh. And, I've always said that, it's always a weird time when a love dude, dies or, is taken from us. Because, there's a lot of emotions involved. And for somebody to try and troll on that and play on that right now, at the same, I just think, maybe a little too soon, as they might say, and bad form. Because when you think about what it is, like, how people never recognize greatness till it's gone? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody really appreciates something until, you never really could say whether or not you like the movie until the credits are rolling. You feel me? And now the credits, saying they rolled the credits on my good brother. So, what I'm saying? Let's go on and appreciate this movie instead of, doing all this old pettiness. And, I just wanted to call in and just give my love, prayers out to his family, loved ones, friends, fans, everybody. And, like I always say, as we laugh and talk our mess, let's try to learn from things. And, the credits ain't even finished rolling on this movie. You feel what I'm saying? Cats already trying to make parodies and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be that way.
Yeah, 52 old for that shit.
Man, older than me and you, and we grown as hell, right?
Come on, bro. You're too old for that shit. I'm gonna talk about it in a second, though. I got a survey in the chat. Want to know what y'all think. Is 50 Cent wrong for trolling Irv Gotti immediately after his untimely passing? Or how do you feel? Like, nah, if his war is up for life. But for him to post that, like I said, I won't get into that part yet. But let me finish doing this part. I'm gonna get to 50 in a minute.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna let you keep going.
The first couple minutes of the show to be dedicated to his trolling versus
nonsense.
All right.
All right, brother. I'm gonna catch up with you, man.
My man. Yeah, so I got a survey in the chat. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me finish reading this part. Foodie, what's up? Pinchy, what up? Lake, what's up? Let me do a Lake County super chat. He said Nas was about to do a deal with Murder Inc. too. Yeah. It's a funny story about when Irv says why that fell apart with him and Nas. I'm gonna find that clip.
I'll give you the $2. You give him the $2. All right, pay him the $2. Oh, pay the $2.
Also, Lake County Super Chat, he said, this is what Stephen S. was talking about yesterday about 50 Cent and the level of pettiness. You're right about that.
I got 5 on it.
Stephen X called it last night. He said, yeah, man, 50's petty, childish. But like I said, I want to dedicate this first part of the show to that. I want to finish reading this part about Irv and read y'all comments, and I'm gonna play a couple clips from these interviews before I get into my full breakdown about Mr. Jackson over there. All right, but look, let me play this. Yeah, because that's a distraction away from this man's memory. You know what I'm saying? Too early, in my opinion, but you're entitled to your opinion. In 2005, Irv and his brother Chris Lorenzo, aka Chris Gotti, were charged with money laundering, conspiracy to launder money in the FBI, blah, blah, blah. In one of the earliest instances of rap trial, federal agents claimed that Lorenzo laundered drug money from the kingpin, Kenneth Supreme McGriff, into Murder Inc. They were acquitted of charges that same year. Not guilty. Gotta love it. But damn, man. Took a hit. That label took a hit. Took a big hit. All right, Lorenzo's musical output slowed down after the trial, and he eventually shifted into television. He starred in Gotti's Way. It was a reality show. Talked about his life and his kids and all of that. 2017, he developed Tales. It was a fictional show that the premise of each episode was on a rap song. So he would do a song like Biggie, I Got a Story to Tell. But he would actually put that into like a real story that you can watch. Nas, I Gave You Power. That was a creative idea for a show. I ain't even gonna hold you. That was a very creative idea. He also executive produced the Murder Inc. story. It was a 5-part docuseries. I said 4. Check that. 5-part docuseries that chronicle his life and the label's timeline. The documentary garnered controversial issues and stuff because he said he had a relationship with Ashanti while he was married, but Ashanti said that never happened. She said, we dealt with each other, but was Irv my boyfriend? Was I his girlfriend? Never. We dealt with each other. It sounded like we smashed. Last year, he was sued by Jane Doe, who allegedly said he was abusive in a relationship with her from 2022, which included sexual assault. He denied those claims. And even with the controversy at the end of his life, his impact on hip-hop and R&B cannot be erased. In 2017, he discussed, while discussing his career on the TV Drink Champ, he talked about, going through... Oh, I'm sorry. That's funny. I didn't know that. He did talk about his health issues at the time, but he also said if he was still in the game, mumble rap wouldn't exist. I don't know about that, Irv. I don't know about that. That shit was coming down the line. On no way to stop that. But look, man, phone lines are open. I want you guys to call in, voice in your opinion. Tell me what was one of your favorite songs from Murder Inc. What's one of your memories of that era and that dynasty? Because they damn sure had a dynasty. They had a run, man. Had a run. 30 million records. That ain't nothing to thumb your nose at. 30 million. Damn. Let me play this clip though. It's a clip of Irv Gotti talking about Nas. Let me see if I can find that clip. Irv Gotti was talking about Nas. He said this was when I knew I lost Nas. Let me see. Irv Gotti lost Nas. That shit was funny. Listen to this. Let me share the screen.
When Nas was in the crack house, I was like, nigga.
Crack house is the studio, guys.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it without that music.
I recall me talking to Jay about Nas.
Doing business with Nas.
And I was like, y'all beef ain't real.
Unblock your number and call back. I don't answer block numbers. Unblock your number. Y'all got my number. I need yours when you to take these calls. Unblock your number and call back. Let me say this part. Let me see. Here we go. This was the dumbest plan. Here we go.
Gotti briefly signed in the early thousands, fearing for his life.
We tour buses. We gonna rap.
Let's now, nigga.
I'm telling Nas, nigga, I said we gonna get 3 tour buses. We gonna rap you, Ja, Ashanti. And I said we gonna hitch a Rolls Royce, a Ferrari, a Bentley to the back of the tour bus. This is when he was like, okay, I'm not with these niggas. And I said, Joe, we get Baltimore, right? So we got to show Baltimore tonight. Before we go to the show, we're gonna hit the hood. And I said, we're gonna ride through. So I was like, yo, hood niggas is gonna go crazy. Imagine, nigga, me, Nas, Ja, Ashanti, and we pulling up Rolls Royces and eating fried chicken in the hood.
Okay, that's not the clip because Nas was like, "What if we die?" Hold on, some shit like that. Hold on, let me see. That's not it. I gotta find that shit because Nas was like, "What if we die?"
When Nas was in the crack house, I was like, you, Ja, Ashanti, we gonna hitch some Rolls Royce, Ferrari, Ben. Who gets the glimpse of that? It's never forgetting that.
Right.
He was like, no, I hear you.
Watch, listen to Nas. Nas was like, "I hear you, but
what if we get killed being in the hood like that?" I was like, then we martyrs, nigga. And the nigga Rule backing me up. He Rule smoking the blunt. He said, hell yeah. Then he was like, nigga, death. That's when I lost him.
He said, that's when I lost him. Nas was like, this nigga's crazy. Yo, I'm out of here. Somebody said the audio is doubling. All right, sorry about that. I'll work on it. My bad. Appreciate it. Somebody said years ago, Fat Joe said 50 was open to squashing the beef, but Irv said fuck 50 forever. I don't know. Somebody said, I think 50 Cent knew more. That's why he did that. That's why he did what he doing. He knew more about what? Tell me more. Shout out to Bronze. What do you know? Give me some insight. Somebody said 50 is extremely petty. That's not cool at all. 508, tell them your name, where you from?
This is Michael from the East Coast.
Mike from the East Coast. Talk to me, Mike. We're talking about Irv Gotti.
Yeah, man. So first of all, thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
First time caller.
Welcome.
Thank you. When it comes to hip hop, early 2000s when he started and the whole reign, you can't mention. You have to mention him as to what he was able to, produce in that era. And some people might not want to give him his props, but they're gonna have to. It's as simple as that. What he was able to accomplish practically on his own. He said, I'm gonna be my own boss. He gave everyone a shot, including DMX. No one believed in DMX, and we all know how that story came out to be. So I think the moral of the story should be with him is, number one, don't be afraid to go after what you want to accomplish. Go through all the fucking hate. This is my language, and just do what you got to do. But also, secondly, it's very important to get your checkups at your doctor. You don't know what's lurking. You can have something, and that's why it's so important to get the blood work done. And especially with diabetes, I did read that he acknowledged that he didn't have it under control as he should have had. But the one thing you want to check is called a hemoglobin A1C number. You have to fast for 12 hours so that they can check your blood and see what that percentage is. Give you either pre-diabetic or you're full-blown. You got to know that number, because diabetes, it mimics things like, I may have something wrong with my stomach. Well, it may seem small, but that's how it lurks. And then next thing you know, if you don't go to the doctor, it progresses, and then you have to start from scratch to hopefully reverse it. If you got type 2, it's a lifestyle change. But if you got type 1, you got to, deal with insulin and metformin and all that. So, sometimes reality is a reminder for people to change how they have to change their life if there needs to be changes. Because they say it all the time, only you can control what you can't control. You have to let go of shit that you can't control, like stress. People who don't want to change themselves. Hey, that's on them. But what you can't control is your health on a day-to-day basis.
For sure.
So, yeah, I'm just looking at some videos with him, and, with me, when this news broke, the first thing I thought about was Ashanti. And now, with Ashanti, she moved on, she got her own life, and God bless her. But now she doesn't have to, deal with the drama as far as, we all know what he said on Drink Champs, and he has a right to say what he has to say. But this closes a chapter in her life, and then she can move on with Melly, and then they can continue on living the new chapter in her life.
I thought they did move on. She had a baby and had another baby. Pregnant again, right?
Yeah, I think she's pregnant again. So, that's where she's at.
About her no more after that Drink Champs thing.
Yeah, I don't recall anything either, but I'm just saying that whole chapter is closed. And so
I gotta kind of disagree with you right there a little bit, because she's gonna forever be linked to Irv Gotti. Those records are Irv Gotti records. That's Murder Inc.
Oh no. I don't mean music wise. I'm just talking about just in life period, as far as out of the music. She can really just focus on her life, her personal life, and just really just move on. But the music part, you're absolutely correct. You're always forever connected with that. But
is 50 Cent wrong? Is 50 Cent wrong for trolling Irv Gotti immediately after his death? Is he wrong too soon for that, or is it too old for that, or is it nah? It's up forever with that.
It's petty. It's absolutely petty. You shouldn't have done that. Come on, man. It's like at some point you have to be an adult in the room, right? There's a time and place for everything. So when someone's practically going through what they're going through, like what he has to go through, you don't do that stuff. Because what happens if something like that happens to one of his family members, God forbid, or a lifelong friend, and he sees people trolling him after what he's going through? He's not gonna like that.
I mean, he opened the door for it too, right? It's up.
So I think what 50 Cent should do is acknowledge, apologize, and just say, you fucked up. You should not say it. People have to admit mistakes. He probably won't even care. He's a grown ass man, but I think he knows.
I think he's gonna take this post down. I think.
I mean, you even got his own fans. Listen, we live in a day and age right now. shit spread like wildfire. He should know, like, he should know, doing something like this at this moment, he knows the backlash is not going to be in a positive manner towards it. And he should know that. You know, as someone as successful as he is, he should know that. So whatever negative backlash he gets, he deserves it. So the longer he drags this out and doesn't take that post down and doesn't do what he has to do, this could sting 50 Cent. I don't know what we may have going on at this moment in time, but it's you better do something. Come out publicly, apologize, and then just hopefully, you know, he don't resort to this type of stuff for someone else who may not be dying, but just something like another tragic situation. It's just the family, his Irv's family, obviously they're going through something right now. And again, I never met the guy, but I grew up with his music, so I'm just speaking from a hip hop fan, and I'm just saying 50 needs to come out and apologize. He has to set an example, because if he doesn't, it's gonna hurt him.
Yeah, or it might come back to get him, because some people loved Irv, man, and even the people that didn't love him like that, they don't want to see that. He had relationships.
No,
it said this is the thing he posted. It said, for people looking at the screen, said, "I'm smoking on that Gotti pad." Nah, God bless him though. Laugh out loud. And then the next page is a picture of Irv Gotti. I see Foodie liked it. Foodie click like right here. It's snitching. Hey, look, Instagram be snitching on you if you click like or something. If I follow you. I see my girl Miss Lips, comedian Miss Lips. She was like, "It's too early, my G." Carlos Jackson, that's my guy.
See what I mean?
Hello?
See what I mean? Yeah, hello?
Yeah, I was reading some of the comments. So my thing is too, and I'm looking at this picture. He's smoking some hookah, and he got the RIP thing on the picture. My thing is, my G, you didn't kill him. Like, get off that. Like, you talking about you smoking his pack. Oh, y'all can't see the screen. You talking about he's smoking his pack like he killed him. You didn't kill him, or help killed him.
You see what I mean? So sometimes symbolism. Listen, sometimes he's. Again, I'm not saying he's sending a subliminal message, but given what, like that stuff is not needed. And the thing is, 50, he got what shot? How many times?
9 times.
Like 5 times?
9 times.
Oh, 9 times? Okay, there you go. 9 times.
But allegedly, allegedly, the people that Irv was rolling with is the reason why he got shot 9 times. Like the Supreme team. So allegedly. So. If you 50 Cent, so if you 50 Cent, like, hold up, you rolling with these niggas who got me shot, my nigga, so fuck you. You get what I'm saying? I could have died too.
Again, I don't know. You hear rumors all the time, but the thing is, he lived, right? He lived, so he should know better, regardless of the fact.
Fair enough. Well, I appreciate you, man. Let me take some more calls. Welcome to call back. I'm just stranger. Hit that subscribe button, man. 631. What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Jeffrey, and I'm from Chicago.
Jeffrey from Chicago. Talk to me, man. We're talking about Irv Gotti passing away at age 54. What do you say?
Wait, we're talking about what? One more time?
What's up, Jeffrey? What you call for? If you don't know what we're talking about.
I called because... But listen, okay, don't take me wrong, okay? Because I've talked to people about this before, and they take me wrong, okay?
What are you calling for, Jeffrey? We're talking about Irv Gotti. What were you calling for?
So I'm a white man, right? I have a real hard problem integrating with the black community. And as a man who's from New York, not native to Chicago, there's a lot of black folk around here. I don't know what to do.
Okay. What you want, some advice?
I don't know how to integrate myself into the black community.
You don't have to integrate yourself in the black community. Just live your life. You don't
See,
have to integrate
I
yourself.
work.
You go to
I
work.
work
Go to
with
work.
a lot of wonderful African American brethren.
They just
You
Americans.
understand?
Hold up, they just Americans though. You know what I'm saying? First of all, let's just do that. They're just Americans. Go to work, do your job, show people respect, and I'm sure they'll show you the same respect. But I gotta go, man. I'm not doing that tonight, Jeffrey.
You're capping, bro. You just don't
All
want
right.
to help a white man in distress.
Nah,
That's
man.
the
We
problem,
that ain't,
bro.
we talking
See,
about.
that's why
we
y'all
talk-
are getting deported. See, that's why y'all niggas.
Yeah, see. That's not even the spirit of the show, man. Get your goofy ass fuck out of here, boy. And then you banned from the server, and then you can't call back. All right. Somebody said he does sound black though. Somebody said not every mentally ill person is a troll. I don't know what that was, but I could care less. I could care less. It's Big Nash, homie. She said, well, that caller was a troll, Poppy Chubby. Yeah, that's crazy. Major Key said, but he was a troll. He was a troll. Yeah, he was. Stephen X, what up? He said he sounds black. Poppy Chubby said, keep him on the line, Mark. For what? For what? So he can call me niggers and shit? Nah, I ain't got time for that. That's some coward shit. He would never say that to me. He'll see me across the street. Where was we at? So yeah, like I was saying, man, 50 right here is doing, in my opinion, I think this is a little too much. And I get it. Right behind it, he said, nah, God bless him though. Nah. Because there's one thing to just say, I already had this picture and it was just a picture we spoke to, but you got that RIP thing right there beside it. Jeez. You didn't whack him. You didn't get him knocked off. Like, you can't take credit for that. For God's work. We're not going to do that, are we? You don't get credit for God's work, do you? I don't know. Petty level is all the way up. Lake County said he would have hung up on his head. I'm a white man. Click. Right, I should have banged him on it with that.
I'll give you the $2. You give him the $2. All right, pay him the $2. Oh, pay the $2.
Nah, I kept him up there. I could have hung up on him right away, Poppy Chubb. I could have hung him up right away. But I talked to him for a little bit, but then after that, it started going somewhere else. And I could see where he's at. He sounded like he was inebriated, too. Like, sounded like he was drunk. Midwest Sean, he said, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. 678. Tell him your name, where you from.
I'm a white man.
Click.
What's
up? What's up, fool?
What's up, man? Nothing, man. Let me switch it back to Irv Gotti, man.
Talk to me.
Irv, wasn't the biggest fan of Irv Gotti for what he was saying with the Nas situation, man. Ain't nobody signed up to be on some flexing in front of the poor type shit and some Rolls Royce Bentleys type shit rolling through different hoods that don't belong to you. So I can see why Nas didn't want to sign with Buddy. But at the same time, this dude's resume speaks for itself. And if I can revisit a past episode of Mark Nash TV that links back to Irv Gotti, we was talking about the Tariq Nasheed documentary and about who created hip-hop. And somebody in the chat said, what difference does it make who created hip-hop? Who owns hip-hop? That changed the whole conversation trajectory. And we started talking about who owned hip-hop. Well, when it came to Irvin Lorenzo, he actually made a true conscious effort to control black music. Him, Jay Prince, Suge Knight, and I believe Dame Dash, they tried to unionize. For all four of them collectively were going to put up.
Master P. Come on, Master P.
No, it wasn't Master P. It was Dame, Irv, Jay Prince, and Suge Knight. They were going to put up $30 million apiece. And everything that they made from this union, they said that they were going to put 10% of, just put 10% of profits made off their respective record labels back into the union. So we forgot to say that in that conversation we was having with whoever brought that up about who owns hip hop.
Irvin Lorenzo was one of the guys who tried to make a conscious effort to do this. So I think that was his biggest contribution to not just the culture of hip hop, but just to music, you know, by trying to reclaim it. And, you know, all this money laundering and racketeering that you hear, I think it was Jay Prince who said it himself. He was like, hey, somebody wound up talking about what happened at the meeting. A lot of people think that Dame Dash went and told, this is all legend, this part from here. There's no way of proving this. They said maybe Dame Dash told Jay-Z, and Jay-Z went back and told Leor. Leor told another
Dame
one.
I remember Irv, Jay Prince, and Suge.
Jay Prince. I mean, you know, if you could find the Irv video, he was talking about it. He said Dame name.
I don't remember Dame though. But go ahead.
Jay Prince said James. Yeah. No. Let's pull up some of these videos. Jay Prince told the story. He said Dame. I mean, I wish it was just YouTube. I know I looked it up on YouTube and just type in all four of their names: Dame, Jay Prince, Suge, and Irv. So, you know, the legend is maybe Dame Dash went back and told Jay told Leor told Jimmy Iovine and Tommy Mottola and all the other Jews with a G. And they said, no, we cannot have this. We can't let, you know. It was like I think it was Richard Nixon or somebody said, you know, black people unified in Africa and America is a threat to white society. So we can't let these dudes do that. And Jay Prince said in that same week, Murder Inc., Death Row, Rap-A-Lot, and Rockefeller offices were all raided in the same week. This is where it's coming out of Jay Prince's mouth. The only record label at the time who was red hot was Murder Inc. Rap-A-Lot, you know, they seen better years, you know, with artists like Scarface and Ghetto Boys and, like I said, Do or Die and Twista. You know, they weren't as quite prominent at the time. Rockefeller was on the decline. I mean, you've seen what happened, how Dame has never really been able to achieve his prominence since his glory days of Rockefeller. Jay Prince, out of his own mouth, he said, you see how they keep effing with Suge because of this right here. This attempt to control hip-hop and control black music by becoming the first black-owned distribution company in music. And Irv Gotti was a part of that. He was 1/4 of the Slaughter. You know, I know that's the Slaughterhouse, but he was 1/4 of it. So that's, to me, the biggest memory. I think that's his biggest achievement, even though it never came into fruition, but he actually attempted. He tried. You know, a lot of us always talk about what's the problem. He was 1/4 of a possible solution, man. And I want to salute Irv Gotti just off that alone. And that's why I would end, you know, me talking about Irv Gotti.
Let me say this right here. So I see two things right here with what you said. There's something about Suge Knight calling Jay Prince a snitch. This is Jay Prince distribution deal with Suge Knight and Irv Gotti, hitmen deployed to shut him down. You want to hear this? Let's play.
Yes, please. That's just
Now, on another note, when you, Suge, and Gotti were getting together, wanted to create that distribution.
You, Suge, and Gotti, no Dame.
Distribution platform. What was going through your mind at that time when you said, you know what, brothers, let's go ahead and put our minds together and get the job done?
Yeah, I love the Black Power movement where we all had a meeting of the minds. You know, someone.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get a shot.
I love the Black Power movement where we all had a meeting of the minds. You know, someone left that meeting talking about our movement. And a lot of times, you know, I don't believe in announcing something before I conquer it. And, you know, unfortunately, the feds hit all of us at the same time, which I don't think was a coincidence.
Yeah.
So, you know, as you know, they destroyed and dismantled Murder Inc. You know, they done Suge pretty bad, and I was the last one standing, even though they put hitmen and different things on me as well.
Talk to me about that, Jay, because I mean, You're out here having a business and having things and growing. You got a family, you got friends. I mean, you're on top of the game, and you got somebody trying to take you out of it.
Right. Yeah. No, it's a real thing. A lot of people, you know what I mean, hear me say that, and it's, you know what I mean, they don't really want to receive it and believe it. But this is
Yeah, they're like, man, ain't the government ain't trying to kill you. They don't care about some nigger music like the white boy that called in earlier. Okay.
like a real life experience where 2 DEA agents, one that had killed, you know what I mean, 8 people, what I'm told. The other one, Chad Scott, is just recently just got indicted with 13 charges. You know what I mean? Of theft, taking money, doing all kinds of crooked officer business. You know what I mean? And I put the spotlight on these guys over a year and a half ago. But you know, it's no doubt about it. I ended up having a meeting up in Washington D.C. to enlighten them on this individual that was that I felt was trying to down me. And I wanted to document it, let them know, okay, I'm in the field of my life. You got a hitman on me. Now I'm going to document this because I don't want y'all to be mad if I come out on top.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I done that, and you know, like I say, just recently, the same people I was a target to, reaching out to me to assist them on trying to destroy one of their own.
Whew. Now, do you feel like that's also a part of the success that you had, man, to where you have to deal with these angles? And I mean, you got higher levels and higher levels at the same time? Or?
Yeah, I mean, that's the real life I had to deal with. You know what I mean? I feel like if I didn't, you know, have those obstacles, I could have been more successful. You know what I mean? Because there's no doubt that they, you know what I mean, destroyed a lot of movements that was taking place at the time. So, but you know, big wheels keep rolling. So
All right. So what you think of that, Lake? That's kind of what you was talking about, but just missing Dame. Now I did see this clip right here going around, and this is Gene Deal, who says a lot. He always got something to say, and I be thinking Gene Deal. Some of the shit I be hearing about Gene, I'm like, nigga, why you ain't indicted? Cause you sat there and watched all this shit happen, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You the security guard. You aiding and abetting, talking about all the stuff you was doing. You a part of it. I can't believe he didn't. Either he's a cooperating witness or shit, he should be getting some cases too. I'm just saying. Doing it. Like, nigga, you with him. You know too much to be like, oh, nah, I ain't do nothing though. Hold up, but yo, so you sat there and watched this guy do stuff with young girls or drugged up girls and all of that. And all right, but look, according to Gene Deal, Diddy is the one that told the FBI about Suge, Irv Gotti, and Jay Prince's music distribution plan. Let's play it.
That format, and they wanted you to go more into detail about it. Can you do that?
Well, see, if I'm in the car with Kirk Burroughs and him and our driver, and we go down to 26 Federal Plaza, I know 26 Federal Plaza is the FBI office. All right? Now, what they went down there and what paperwork they took down there, I did not know until I found out later that he was working with an agent in DC, but he was arrested by an agent in New York. But I can't go into it, and the reason I can't go into it is because another individual found out this information and it's owed to him. But when
did he say owed to him or owed to him?
It sounds like you saying like OWED, like owed to him.
Okay, let me hear it.
That's what I heard.
I did not know until I found out.
Let me rewind this a little bit.
I'm in the car with Kirk Burroughs and him and our driver, and we go down to 26 Federal Plaza.
Okay.
I know 26 Federal Plaza is the FBI office. All right? Now, what they went down there and what paperwork they took down there, I did not know until I found out later that he was working with an agent in DC, but he was arrested by an agent in New York. But I can't go into it, and the reason I can't go into it is because another individual found out this information and it's owed to him. But when Fox News and everybody say they can't find out who the agent is, that's bullshit. It's online. If you got certain systems that you could find out who the agent is, because we found out who the agent is, but it's not my story to tell. I would tell you that, brother, but it's not my story to tell. It belongs to somebody else, and they're going to see it come out. Puff was hit with a 40 rule because it's called...
Might be shook.
a Rule 40, because he didn't show up at the agent's office in DC. The New York agent arrested him. He got adjudicated of all charges in January of 1999. Was it 99? I think it was 99 when he got 99 or 90. Was it 90? It was January of 90. It was either 96 or 99. I wish I could tell you more about it, stuff like that, but I don't have the paperwork in front of me. But when they tell you they can't find out the agent, he's a director now here in New York. It's true. He was hit with a Rule 40 for not showing up to the agent in DC, and the agent in New York arrested him and charged him, and they end up throwing it out and sealing the case. That's when, and that's how I figured that he was working with the FBI.
And around this time when you found out that Diddy, he was an informant, you said that, you know, Diddy, he told the feds that Suge Knight, Irv Gotti, and Jay Prince was trying to make a company together?
Well, what happened is that Suge Knight was trying to meet up with Dame Dash, Irv Gotti, Jay Prince,
Master P, Baby,
Eric B. No, they was trying to get a
Eric B. Them.
Maybe Eric.
That nigga said Eric B. Them. Eric B. from Eric B. and Rock.
In my mind, but let's go.
Dash, Irv Gotti.
But this first time I heard Dame Dash though.
Jay Prince.
Yes, sir.
But trying to meet up with him ain't meeting up with him though, like
Eric B.
Eric B and them.
Yeah, but they said that the meeting already transpired.
Okay, so
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you know, so when Jay Prince said he don't like to talk about something until it already went into effect,
I thought that's because
Jay Prince was already saying the meeting. He said, was he saying that the meeting already took place, or he was just like, yo, we had the meeting, but we was going into action. But
he said somebody left that meeting and told our plans, and he said, and that's why
I
don't like to talk about nothing no more until it's done.
So to answer what you just said, you was like, but talking about meeting up with somebody, so like the meeting had actually happened.
But this is Suge Knight, according to him, was trying to bring these people in. Let me play the rest of it though.
Okay.
Then we'll read.
Eric B. No. They was trying to get a distribution company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Distribute, publish their own music. They was trying to bring their money together and do that. And what I know of is that, and Jay-Z was a part of this, because I heard Suge probably spoke on this too, that Jay-Z and Puff had somebody write something up to say that they was trying to monopolize, get a monopoly on the industry and start their own distribution company. And they told the higher ups, and that's when all those companies start going down. Start coming up with federal charges and all kinds of,
Suge, Murder Inc., J Prince offers got
So he's saying they told. Oh no, he said they told the offer ups.
Yeah,
I mean, they told the higher up.
The they is Jay-Z and Diddy, according to.
Okay. Okay, so that's the legend. You know that.
This too,
Yeah, we gotta play it back.
that Jay-Z and Puff had somebody write something up to say that they was trying to
Had somebody that said that they was trying to monopolize.
Monopolize, get a monopoly on the industry and start their own distribution company.
But you can't that they wasn't charged with monopoly, and they didn't even have nothing. They didn't even have it yet. And if they have a, if they have a distribution company, it's other distribution companies too. So it's not a monopoly unless.
That's why they were just saying they just trumping charges on them. You know what I'm saying? That's why they was like, yo, let's just throw some shit at these niggas, just to stop any type of progress they may have made or like that. Just to be like, nah, we can't let this happen. Because if they start their own distribution company, these labels is useless. You know what I'm saying? And the only people who were like of any success after this is Jay and Puff, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true.
Out of all the people that were just mentioned?
Oh, you talking about? Well,
okay, we could talk.
I'm talking.
We could talk about Stunner.
From that era. A lot about to say, yeah, Stunner been getting it and kept getting it.
Yeah, Stunner been getting it. Master P was still
was getting it and kept getting it. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but bringing it back, tabling it back to Irv. I mean, it's just like another. Another notch under his belt as far as what he was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that nigga Dre been getting it and kept getting it. So.
But he was always attached to Jimmy Iovine, though. These dudes,
that is true.
But
everybody's
talking
attached
about
to somebody, though.
100% autonomous. But that's what makes this so great and so powerful, and that we can attach Irv to this while we're talking about his legacy. Mm-hmm. He was trying to be 1/4 of that slaughter that was finna help control black music. We talked about this
stay with me,
during the.
Stay with me. Hold on. Caller, hold on. I got somebody right in front of you. Okay.
Hi, Mark Nash. It's Miss 702.
Hold on, one quick second. Go ahead, Late. Finish your thought, and I'm gonna go to Miss 702 after that. You said
oh damn, what was I about to say? Yeah, like I said, we talked about this during the Tariq Nasheed episode, and we was talking about who owns hip hop. These dudes was trying to do it, and goes to Irv Gotti's legacy. Shout out to Miss 702.
Shout out to Miss 702. What up? Talk to me.
Yes. Hi, you guys. First of all, this is such a good topic because I'm so taken aback that 50 Cent is trolling Irv Gotti's death. Like, that's the craziest thing in the world to me right now. Like, you care about the beef? Even from the other side, you care about the beef?
It's over, dog.
How do you guys feel about that?
Oh yeah, we had already talked about it. I did. I said I don't respect it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you didn't kill him. So all of that, I'm smoking on the Irv pack. Maybe he don't even know what that term means. That's some young nigga shit. I expect more from 50. He's older than me, probably older than a lot of y'all.
Right.
And but right after he said, I'm smoking on that Gotti pack. Nah, God bless him though. Laugh out loud. So which one is it? Because you started off with a joke, then you say God bless him, then you end with a laughing out loud, and you post the man picture up, and you got the RIP. Smoking the hookah with the RIP right here. So I don't know, bro. I don't really respect that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I hate nobody like that. Even when niggas don't like me and they got beef with me and sneak this and this, whatever. I couldn't picture me doing this. But then again, no blood has been shed on my beef neither. Nobody wasn't rolling with niggas who shot me 9 times. So I don't know. What do you think, 702? It's your call.
I mean, even with blood in between, right? And I come from a place that has a strong culture of violent things happening, right? At what point are you going to be mentally sound enough to be like, it's too much? Because it looks too much now. Now you look like you just riding it out. You know what I mean? He really had to do some thinking to put that together. The tombstone, the rest in peace, the Irv Gotti pack, like that's sick in the head for real. Like now you playing with spirits. You're not even playing with real life people. You playing with spirits.
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
I don't know. Even me as a woman, I stay back and I look at some of this stuff sometimes, and I'll be like, dang, the old school men were not this emotional. Like my old school, my grandpas and them, they weren't this emotional. Like 50 is hella emotional about this. Like, when you gonna let it go? He should have just not said anything rather than what he said.
Go ahead, Late. What you think?
I just think about what 50 Cent said when after the year that he got shot. He started his age from there. I think this was back in 2006. He was like, yeah, man, I got shot 2 years ago. I'm only 14 years old, but in real life he was already like 30. So after he got shot 9 times, 50 Cent said, he started saying his age was from the time that he got started. So he having this second childhood or this second stint in life where he's just like, I'm not even the adult that I'm not even supposed to be here type mindset. That's what he has. So 50 Cent as a 50-year-old man to himself, he's probably only like a 30-year-old man.
Nah.
Even with that being said, he's still 30. Nah, but I wish I had that interview with me because he was like, 50, why are you so petty? He was like, I'm only 15 years old. I remember he said that. He was like, no, I'm only 15 years old. I got shot such and such this date, 2021. I'm only 15. And he was already like 30 at the time.
I don't know about that. What you think, 702?
I do think he's childish. And you know what? There's some truth to that. It's like when they say dudes go to prison. Whatever age they were when they went to prison, they literally get frozen there when they come back. So if you went to prison at 22 years old, even if you come back at 42, you still stuck on 22 because you haven't been out here functioning in society all this time, I do think that there are truths to that because I think it's childish to destroy Big Meech. Like, he already knew all this info when he was doing the show. So you weren't exposing him when you were profiting off him, right? But now that he took a silly picture with your enemy, and y'all all really coworkers, y'all entertainers, y'all all coworkers. Since he took a little picture, now you just want to destroy this man's whole life, his whole legacy, his whole everything.
That you built up. You helped build up.
But 50 has used those as strategies in the past, man. He's got into arguments with the executive producer of Power. I think that woman just to promote it. And his interest into hip hop was through beef and dissing. How he kept saying Rotimi owed him money, but even though Rotimi actually paid, he was like, "You got the #1 album." And
no, he hadn't paid him. No, he hadn't paid him. That helped him get the money to pay him. He said, "We're gonna stretch this out."
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He said we're gonna stretch this out. He had the #1 R&B on the #1 R&B album on the top. Rap and R&B, so the money was coming in. So it was like you said, he was stretching it out. So he did it with the Millionaire one time.
He said, so instead of you having a #1 record for a day or two, you end up having a #1 record for a couple weeks, which helped them get the money and pay 50 back. So I get it. I get where you're coming from. But go ahead. What was you saying with Chameleon?
He did the same thing with
Mark,
Chameleon.
I just cleaned the show. Love you guys. I'm going to go back to the chat, okay, guys?
Appreciate
Have
you.
a good one.
All right, you too.
And I think Chameleon there came up to 50 Cent one time off the interview. He said, "Hey, 50, what's up, man? I ain't know we had problems." He was just like, I threw you the alley-oop and you fumbled the lob. He was like, I'm 50 Cent, man. I dissed you. If you would have just came back at me, that would have put a lot of light on you. Shed a lot of light on you. And Chameleon that didn't look like that because people don't think how 50 thinks. His marketing ploy is to do it off beef and tension and drama, so to speak. So even with, I don't even know if this BMF, this Big Meech ain't one of his typical, market employees, so to speak.
Not with calling somebody a rat. That's different. That's one thing to say you owe me some money. It's another thing you're a street dude and I call you a rat. Oh no, I can't picture Big Meech riding with that. Like, okay, cool. Especially with especially with the Little Meech pictures coming out. You see the shit he put out with Lil Meech. He put
I hadn't even been seeing that.
50 posted some screenshots of Lil Meech. Shout out to Brian Norman Sr., man. Shout out to Brian Norman Sr. Brian Norman Sr. got a fight coming up February 15th at the Terra Event Center versus Greg Hackett. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. You can go to y'all promotions or go to my Instagram. Matter of fact, go to my community tab on my channel and you'll see the link there as well. But he had posted something. It's basically a screenshot of Lil Meech talking to him about what was going on with their situation. Frankie Blanco, what up? And basically he said, and y'all click the YouTube. Y'all come over to YouTube so y'all can join the main chat on YouTube. I see y'all on Instagram. Click the link over here on YouTube. Let me throw this 50 Cent Lil Meech. I'm gonna share the screen. And again, I don't want to make this too much about 50 Cent because I definitely want to give Irv his flowers. But
because I kind of want to hear some more on that interview too, because was that it with the Gene deal?
That was it.
Like, dude, hard to follow a little bit. That was it. All right, that's all good.
All right, here we go. Let me share the screen. This is what Lil Meech, 50 Cent posting private conversations. That's another thing. Like, some of this stuff is like broad shit, man. Respectfully, dog. This is some shit shorties be doing. Actually, I know some girls that don't even move like that. They keep it more gangster than some of these niggas. Let's keep it a buck. It's like when I say not girls, women. This is little girl stuff, not women shit. Here we go. Let's put it up there. Lil Meech. This is what 50 posts. He said, so now this is his way of trying to make sure he damaged their relationship with Meech too. So I'm not rocking with you and I'm gonna damage your relationship with Ross. So here we go. It says, they just told me you unfollow me off Instagram and now you managing Skilla Baby with Rocket when I brought him around you first when you didn't even have a clue who he was. Now you mad at me when I would take my shirt off my back for you. He said, I can't believe this, man. He said, you act as if I'm your enemy. I've only shown you love and loyalty in human. He said, in human, I go through my own shit, but I never switched up on you. I guess he meant I'm human and I go through my own shit, but I never switched up on you. And then he left another message. He said, fuck Ross. He said, fuck Ross. Or he could take that a couple ways. He's like, fuck Ross. But he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet shit is throwing me off, man. He said, you know me in real life. He said, and then 50's looking, he said, what next season, little nigga? That's what 50 wrote. Well, he didn't write that to him, but that's how he captioned the picture. He said, what next season, little ninja? Wow.
Yeah.
Over a picture.
Yeah, typical 50.
Over a picture. But maybe, and look, and 50 could be like, hey, y'all could have reached out for me if y'all need some money. But then again, I get it. Like, nigga, we reach out to you to ask for money. You gonna do us like you did everybody else. You get what I'm saying? Like Amari Hardwick, like you did Rotimi, like you did Lloyd Banks and Young Buck. It's like somebody might need some help, but 50 gonna tell everybody he helped you out.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I don't help some niggas out, but I don't just out here broadcasting and blast it. I might say, yeah, I helped niggas out. I might have did this, that, and the third, but I don't be like, yeah, I did this for Frankie Blanco. Frankie's standing right here.
I wrote all the hits on Game first album.
Shit like that. Yeah, man, I don't know, bro. I can't. Just not my speed. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that I grew up under and raised me up, we didn't move like that. Because if it was up like that. We ain't gonna keep doing all this damn talking and going back and forth for 2 decades with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Yeah.
We ain't going back and forth for 2 decades. I'm gonna pull a little dirt, my nigga. We'll pull a little dirt, my nigga. Like, if you know, you know.
Nah, but what was your thoughts on what Gene Deal was saying about the Jay and Puff stuff? I know you read it and we listened to it, but I don't think you expounded on it.
I gotta take Gene Deal with a grain of salt. He say a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff
you say a lot.
Some of the stuff you can understand it, and I can get where you're coming from, and it sounds very detailed. And then sometimes he say some shit that's just so unbelievable. But truth is stranger than fiction, though. Truth is, sometimes real life is stranger than fiction. So I can believe it, but I don't know. I don't get the vibe that him and Puff was best friends. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, that explains why he's telling everything. He's jaded. Because he didn't say nothing. He didn't quit the job, right? Like, man, this shit is going too crazy. You messing with the girls and all that. I got to get out of here. I never heard him say that.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed that interview.
Nah,
did he ever say why he don't work with Diddy no more? Did he get fired? Because he damn sure sound like a nigga who got fired.
Because he said Diddy's mother had him fired. He said, because you got to watch the one that's on Peacock. I think Foodie was saying this yesterday.
I'm probably not. Y'all gonna have to tell me.
Yeah, it was like Foodie was saying yesterday, man. They came out with so many of these Diddy documentaries, and the one I seen was on Peacock, and Gene Deal was actually on that one. They had a lifelong friend of Diddy since he was since he was a kid. He was on that one,
right?
I'm not sure if it was a TMZ one.
I'll look it up.
No, I think it was like somebody. I think it was like a freelance dude who was kind of doing it, to be perfectly honest, but it could have been. But Gene Deal on that one was saying, one minute he was saying like he witnessed Diddy being disrespectful to his mom, and he speaking to Diddy all like, man, what's wrong with you? You don't talk to your moms like that. I said, man, go apologize. I'm like, yo, you got all this Superman machismo when it comes to Diddy, but Diddy doing all this stuff. But then again, you said you got fired because of, Diddy mom asked him to go outside and get something out of the car. She was like, no, I don't work for you type stuff, or like, no, I'm not doing it. And then he said that's kind of what got him fired. It was on that Peacock. It was just,
Diddy
like
mama
one of you was
told
just
Gene Deal
suspending the
to
mom.
do it, or Diddy mom told Diddy to do it?
Diddy mom told Gene Deal to go out to the car and get something, and he was just like, nah, I'm not doing it. And it led to something, and that's why he no longer he made it seem like that was like the last straw.
Nigga, you was carrying half drunk naked women out the room, drugged up allegedly, right? Like, you did all kind of crazy stuff. So I don't know. Like I said, man, I gotta take Gene Deal with a grain of salt, my G. Like,
with a grain of salt,
any nigga that I hear sitting around talking about another nigga like for too long, all the time, like, bro, it's one thing to do one interview. Bro, he's been on this Diddy campaign for like years now. I remember when Diddy was on Jimmy Kimmel, he was like, hey man, it's a guy named Gene Deal. And you can see Diddy like, he said, what's going on, Jimmy? I thought we was friends. Telling Jimmy Kimmel that. And everybody got a little laugh about it, but you could look back and knowing what we know now, how that's been going for him. He was dead serious telling Jimmy Kimmel, like, hey man, I thought we was friends. And everybody got a laugh. And his legs shaking, and he was like, I don't know. And he kind of, he finessed and danced his way out of that one, and the conversation kept moving. But for Jimmy Kimmel to ask him that on live TV, he damn sure didn't seem like it was part of the joke. Did you ever see that?
Nah, I ain't see that.
Oh, I'm gonna show you. Look at this.
Oh.
I thought we were friends.
Cause even when he was just telling that story about the distribution, it was so choppy.
Watch this.
Guy on the internet the other day, he said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Yo, that look right there, everybody's laughing now, but knowing what we know now, he's processing this shit.
I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this? I saw a guy.
You get what I'm saying? Wow.
Like, wow. Yeah, he's looking at him out that side eye. Like, why you gonna bring that? Why you bring him up?
It was a long pause.
Mm-hmm.
Long pause. It was a lot of, uncomfortable. Damn sure uncomfortable. But yeah, it was something else I wanted to say. It was something else I wanted to say to you. Oh, this is what I wanted to play. It's a clip of Suge. He talks about. I think this. I don't know if this is about that record label thing, but let me just play it just to see.
We're going to put up $30 million a piece to get and create
Here we go.
J Prince. He's just Suge Knight.
That I want to show you should close out J Prince from.
So this is the part. This picking up from that J Prince interview from a year ago.
Calling him snitch.
We have to look at Suge Knight. We have to look at Irv Gotti. And we have to look at J Prince. These gentlemen that got together and was going to put up $30 million a piece to get and create their own distribution company. They raided the offices of these players.
J Prince said that, right? And this stupid motherfuckers real plain and simple. Because everybody was saying shit about Wayne. I said, I fuck with Wayne. That's a little homie, period. I said, anybody fuck with Wayne, I got their back. I said, shit. Drake don't have to worry about dancing with that dancing motherfucker. Because he got motherfuckers don't go for him. So how is the motherfucker saying something about Drake when the motherfucker saying Drake is straight? What did they do? What did Lil J do? That's what I'm saying.
It hit all of us at the same time, which I don't think was
There was
coincidence.
any illegal activities going on. Well, they came with him. His best friend, who he do business with, ended up doing 20 years. If you going to prison for something and the person hanging with you doing the same thing with you, they supposed to go too, right?
One, to be honest, I think if Pac was signed with J Prince, that wouldn't have happened. Pac wouldn't have ran off, and me knowing the mentality of J Prince,
And this is Napoleon, so this guy's doing some editing. But let me slow this down a little bit. Now, what the hell is Suge talking about right here? He said it sounded like he said. Let me hear that again. Did you hear it late? Because he said.
Yeah, I heard it, but it's
because he said, "What did Lil J?"
audio.
He said, "What did Little J do?" He said because if he did, your guy go to jail for 20 years, the person that and y'all doing the same thing, why you didn't go to jail for 20 years?
It's a motherfucker. Because he got motherfuckers don't go for him. So how is the motherfucker saying something about Drake when the motherfucker saying Drake is straight?
Oh, cause basically he said, how y'all letting these niggas say shit about Drake if you the one and you talking about Drake straight if he with you? Cause Wayne I told people Wayne was with me, he good and he could do what he wants to and he did. So how can people say something to Drake and you said Drake straight if he with you? I get it.
What did they do? What did Lil J do?
Mm-hmm.
He said, what did Lil J do?
That's what I'm saying.
It hit all of us at the same time, which I don't think was
They was
coincidence.
any illegal activities.
Oh, so they planned the J Prince interview for Suge, and Suge, cause he was like, okay, when they hit all of us at the same time, why did your friend get 20 years and you didn't?
Well, they came with him, his best friend, who
He said when they came to get him, your best friend.
do business with, ended up doing 20 years. If you going to prison for something and the person hanging with you doing the same thing with you, they supposed to go too, right?
one, to be honest, I think if
All right, let's play this other part. This is a cut from an interview Napoleon from the Outlaws did.
Pac was signed with J Prince, that wouldn't have happened. Pac wouldn't have ran off, and me knowing the mentality of J Prince, me being around J Prince, I don't think he would allow Pac to just run off and take off on somebody. I think even though Pac was his own man, Pac was a wild individual. The problem with Pac is that, and I remember Big Syke said this in an interview before, he said that we was like the big brothers of Pac. We was his big homies. But he don't listen to nobody. He was treating the big homies like they the little homies. You know what I mean? But with the way J Prince was and the people down south in Texas, the way they are, they're a little more laid back. You know what I mean? They're a little more where J Prince probably would have, I don't think he would allow that. I think the way if Pac hypothetically was on, Rap A Lot Records, he would have been moving differently.
What you think of that? You agree with this?
I like the way that sounds. I can agree with that because I just recently listened to like an interview Master P was just doing, how he was giving a lot of praise to J Prince. I think J Prince is a sound in mind to probably could have reached out to Pac and appealed to him on the father's side, where he probably could have calm down some of that, turn up that he always had in him. So possibly, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you running with some dogs that was just as wild as you,
Right.
Well, nobody trying to come. None of them dudes seemed like they was around. Pac was trying to chill him out or something.
Let me play this last little part of this.
To TMZ guys, Suge Knight. The show will be according to infection next.
All right, that's
according
it.
to DJ.
Oh, that's it. All right. Well, I'll put the link out there. Let anybody want to pull up for this last segment. If you're a regular to the show and I know you, if I don't know you, you're gonna have to call in. But anybody, if I rock with you and you know who you are, damn sure can click the link. But it's not a quote unquote open panel. So if I don't know you, you're gonna have to.
Well, you can ride out, John Smith, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's asking you to stay player. You know what I'm saying?
Damn sure did.
Ain't nobody asking you to stay, my G.
Let me hold the door for. Should I hold the door for? Let me hold the door for you. Let me put the panel link out there.
He said, I'm finna call and cuss you out. All right, call in.
Call in and cuss me out. See what happens.
Yeah, and Deuce, I don't know what Deuce was saying. Like, Mark knew about the information. He was just saying he didn't know Dame Dash was a part of the information.
Nah, damn sure didn't know
about
that.
He didn't.
I never heard Dame was in that meeting. I always heard J Prince, Suge, and Irv. I never heard about Jay-Z, Dame Dash, Diddy, none of that. I never heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know what party came in. Or you say, yo, I ain't know Dame was a part about it. I ain't know you. I'm disappointed you ain't know that. I just said I ain't know Dame was a part of it.
Yeah, damn sure did. And even now, it still hasn't been quoted. I never heard them say it. This is Gene Dill saying Dame Dash. But he also said Eric B and them. So I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, he was 3 out of 5. For what I've heard, I never heard Dame. I never heard Eric B and them. And who is them?
Yeah, I ain't never heard no Eric.
Who is them?
Yeah.
Eric B and
That's
them.
what I'm saying. Gene Dill. There ain't nobody. Man, Stephen X, is that true? Ain't nobody answering no Canadian phone line, man. Talking about some 438 area. And he said answer the 438 number. Stephen, stop playing Stephen X, man. John Smith.
I probably
man, that's Stephen X. He calling from Canada, man.
Go ahead, Clips.
Man, what's happening? What's happening, Nash, man? How's everybody doing, man? What it do?
So,
shit, man. You know, I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to honor Irv Gotti's memory, and I want to talk about, like we was talking, you know, the importance of true independence and sovereignty as far as artists controlling their IP, and more importantly, you know, a sense of true Black independent wealth within America. You know, because we've seen Black Americans, like you said, everybody's got to be attached to somebody. Ain't that what you said earlier? You know, like Andre's attached, you know. And so what they were trying to do, in my opinion, not only was epic, and definitely it would have been problematic to the certain powers that be and gatekeepers in the game. And lastly, just for clarification, I just know that when you got that type of money talking, that it's not just a meeting. So there probably was phone calls and emails to, say, 10 different bigwigs, 10 different whales, probably only got 5 to commit. But say a Puffy, Dame Dash, or a Jay-Z might have heard about it, might have knew these cats what they were talking about. Like, no, they didn't go to the meeting that per se, but they knew what the meeting was about because, yeah, niggas was talking about it. And they ran and they went and told Massa. You feel what I'm saying? But regardless, I do think that was something that was very important and necessary to be done. And I commend those brothers for trying to do it. And I think we need to see more of that, not just in the music industry. You know, we talk. Go ahead.
You believe that happened just because of Gene Dill said it? Because nobody else has ever said that.
Well, no, I don't. I've heard it from different sources. You know what I'm saying?
Which part you just say, Mark? Which part you just asked him about?
I said, who else? I asked him, did he automatically believe Jay-Z and Diddy, and to use his terms, when it snitched and told Massa? I'm like, because I've never heard that before. And it was so.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. That's what I heard. So it's just like that's why I said it's legend. I called it legend because you can
another
take
source
legend.
Deal so I can pull that one up, because I can't ride with Gene Deal stories, bro.
Yeah, I know I had heard this from a lot of people who were like pro Irv Gotti when they were going through what they were going through and the trial was going on.
Who that I
And
can pull up? Like, is there anything on wax on an interview or somebody I can pull up? That's what I'm asking.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head, and no, I can't give you no actual
What about you,
receipt.
Lake? What about you, Lake? Can you think of where you heard this at other than this?
Just some online janter, dude. And like people in the chat say, I heard Jay-Z told. Nah, man, I can't even give you no. I can't even give you no.
I heard her brother stink, but I can't tell you who said it. You get what I'm saying? That's
No,
like,
you're exactly right.
never got
But-
close to the smell of breath.
Somebody said I heard Professor Griff say that Jay-Z said something.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, whether it's true or whether it's not, I
All right, let me
will
just-
say
Thank
that
you,
this
bro.
was a rumor that I'm not just hearing this rumor for the first time.
No, even that, like I said, but I've never heard you sell it to me. Like, yeah, and them niggas like you said, and yeah, and they went and snitched and ran and told Master. You know,
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm
that
saying?
was because I don't put too much validity into the Gene Deal or whatever the canon story is, but I do see how if these brothers was talking about doing something like they were talking about, which they admitted they were in talks of trying to get that distribution company and mechanism set up. I can see how anybody who could have alerted the powers that be would have probably been rewarded. And then the timing of it, I will acknowledge the chronological order of events that, when you hear about them trying to do this, then instantly it did get shut down. I do remember that. And then I do remember when shortly after it getting shut down, a lot of people getting in a lot of legal trouble. How and why, I don't know. We could speculate. That's some JFK stuff. We could put on the tinfoil hats and we could go down the rabbit hole. But the chronological order is what it is. Am I making sense?
Yeah, man. I prefaced everything I said about it with saying that it was legend. That was my disclaimer, and pretty much Jay Prince said like in the same week, huh?
Y'all don't hear that interview playing in the background, do you?
Nah, I don't hear nothing.
I'm trying to find something. Go ahead.
Jay Prince said in the same week, all their offices got raided. And I like that Suge Knight confirmed that, but I had no idea about somebody getting arrested and Jay Prince not getting arrested. And I don't know, y'all got some thoughts on that right there? Like what Suge Knight said, if you did the same thing your man did and both of y'all doing it together, why he go down and why didn't you go down too?
Well, you could charge that up to a lot of things. Better lawyers. They actually caught him red-handed, and you are just a proxy to where there's layers of plausible deniability or whatever on your behalf. You're just, what I'm saying, you're a bigger whale, and so they wanted to just have this over your head as they
Was his homie the fall guy?
Yeah, his homeboy, maybe his homeboy fell on the sword, or you're a bigger whale, so they wanted to keep you out there to try to attract even bigger game. People forget how law enforcement works. There's a lot of cats who are still walking the streets who aren't confidential informants. They're just useful idiots and dummies who the cops know.
Coach, you can't be freezing.
You heard me? Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I was just saying there's a lot of cats that the cops will keep on the streets, not because they're confidential informants or snitches, but just because they're idiots and useful idiots to law enforcement, because all they got to do is keep you under surveillance, monitoring your cell phones and communications, and there's everything they need to know. There's a lot of cats who the only reason why they're walking the streets is because they are sloppy with it. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. Go ahead, Lake. I'm looking at something right here.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Lake. I think Lake dropped off.
Okay. Let me say this. I found two things. 2 years ago, this is a Gene Deal interview, and he said Jay-Z and Puff told Suge Knight about da-da-da-da-da. Told on Suge Knight, Jay Prince, and Irv Gotti. Puffy tried to trick Ja Rule. We'll see what that is. I found an article from 2011. Actually, it's not an article. It's a post on a forum, Lipstick Alley, 2004. And basically, they said I was doing some and this is from, 2011, January the 5th. And said I was doing some research on black record executives, black record distributors. Came across a site that claims Jay-Z was one of the in that group of black executives, to include Irv Gotti, Suge Knight, Dame Dash, and Jay Prince, who were attempted to start a black company to distribute black music. Supposedly, after Jay-Z withdrew from the deal, he snitched to the current white-owned distributors, and the next thing you know, the deal was blocked. See, this is all speculation. They said allegedly this is what caused Suge to have his legal issues. And Laura Liver, white Jewish lady, to become owner of Death Row entire catalog. Irv Gotti and his brother also had legal issues. Not sure if anything happened to Jay Prince. Apparently, Professor Griff mentioned something in his series, but I can't find anything detailed other than a blurb about that alleged partnership. Somebody said my interest is for business purposes only, not for, please don't send me no stuff about Illuminati. So that's it again. That's where we're hearing it from with Professor Griff. Okay. So maybe I can find that. And I got one more thing I want to play. If he didn't go through a current white, notified and prevent exchange. Okay, I'm sorry. Somebody said I saw this in a barbershop like 3 months ago. Okay. Yeah, this is just a forum. I'm looking to see if somebody had put a link in the forum. Can't find it. Oh, here we go. What's this one? Okay, this is something music industry, Blood Money, Dame Dash, Suge Knight, Irv Gotti, Jay Prince. So this is something called Blood Money. Let me see. Let me get Lake back on. Lake, your device isn't connected, bro. Yeah, but they had the link. Yeah, Foodie, but they got a link to the documentary, or the link to that I was trying to find with Professor Griff. Sometimes those forums, you click on them and people can type in there. That's what makes it dope, because they'll give you the link. Hey, Lake, I don't see you. There you go. Boom. All right, let me play this. All right, here we go. Let me share the audio. So, all right, yeah, see? Thank you, Megazar. I was able to find it with that Professor Griff. It's 5 minutes, but I'm gonna speed it up some so we ain't got to take the whole 5 minutes.
It'll happen over our dead bodies.
Here we go.
These people got together.
Here we go.
We have to look at Damon Dash. We have to look at Suge Knight. We have to look at Irv Gotti, and we have to look at Jay Prince. These four gentlemen that got together and was going to put up $30 million a piece to get and create their own distribution company to distribute black music. These people got together and said, we'll never let it happen. It'll happen over our dead bodies. All in 1 week. I'm telling you the short version of this.
15 years ago. So, and anybody asking how old this video is, it's from 15 years ago.
Story. All in 1 week, they raided the offices of these four brothers. I'm going to say them again. Damon Dash, Suge Knight, Irv Gotti, and Jay Prince out of Texas. They raided, FBI raided their offices and confiscated their records and started piecing together cases against these brothers. And you know Damon Dash's situation. He's back with Jay-Z after they took Rockefeller from him, made Jay-Z the president, bought it for $27 million, I think, turned around and sold it for like $270 million. And they moved him right on out of the picture. And now, I heard through the African grapevine that he's back with Jay-Z broke. You understand what I'm saying? Damn.
Wait, he's not back with Jay-Z. This didn't age well from 15 years ago, because he's not.
Now you already know his story. You know what I'm saying? With some court cases, ends up having a white Jewish woman, the owner now of everything that Death Row had put out. And I think she bought it for $22 million. No, $25 million. Ain't that something? She owns the entire catalog. I'm gonna have to get this woman's name so I can put it in my records. Irv Gotti, him and his brother was brought up on charges, remember? Oh, yeah. Several years ago. And his thing was publicized because they raided his offices and tried to connect them to some mob ties and some drug dealing and that kind of thing. Thanks to your man, 50 Cent. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then Rap-A-Lot owner Jay Prince, who they connected.
He said, thanks to your man 50 Cent. He said, yeah, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Shout out to Professor Griff.
To embezzling money and fraud and laundering money, this kind of thing. But Jay-Z was privy to this information, and Jay-Z was one of the ones that took it back to them. So what did they do? They bought Jay-Z off. To tell the short version of the story, each one of these individuals.
No, give me the long version like you did with everybody else. Like, Jay, tell me how they bought him off, because we saw Jay making moves, right? And we was buying the products. It's not like he wasn't a talented person, bro, and wasn't making some crazy business moves and getting a bigger cut than most of the other rappers, right? So it was just ahead of the curve on a lot of things. So I don't know. I hate when people give me long details about something else, and then when we get to the meat and the potatoes, it's like, you rushing through the mill now. Long story short, huh? No.
Version of the story. Each one of these individuals had to make a blood sacrifice. So let's take a closer look at this.
Here we go.
Who did Damon Dash sacrifice? He sacrificed his fiance. Who was he engaged to at the time? Aaliyah. Who died in a plane crash? Who did Suge Knight sacrifice? Tupac. Who Irv Gotti was.
These way different times. Aaliyah died when I was in the Army, bro. I remember being out in the field at that time. Pac died when I was in like middle school type shit. You get what I'm saying? Like somewhere between 6th and 8th grade. I want to say like 6th grade, 7th grade, some shit like that. Maybe 8th grade. I don't know, but I think I might have been in 8th grade. But regardless, 8th grade. Yeah, I remember what the lunchroom looked like. I remember Aisha Battle was crying. So 8th grade. So Pac died when I was in like 8th grade maybe or something like that. Aaliyah died when I was in the Army, bro. That's a big difference. So in order for that deal to happen, they all had to sacrifice. Bro, these people didn't even pass away at the same time. Like, I can see what that, bro, that shit don't even make sense, bro. I don't know.
His fiance. Who was he engaged to at the time? She broke away from the king who Irv Gotti was supposed to sacrifice, but it didn't happen. Ashanti. She broke away from the camp and now she's doing well.
But that's years after Aaliyah. That's years after that. Like, this don't even match up. The Tupac and Ashanti wasn't even around in the same era. I'm sorry, bro. I can't rock with some of this shit right here, bro. Hella, Megazar said, hold up. I never said I believe Professor Griff. I'm just saying I heard him say it. Man, this nigga's definitely a flat earther. Wear tinfoil hats, yo.
His blood sacrifice. Are you following me?
Yes, sir. Teach.
So
that nigga said, yes, sir. DJ.
Rap-A-Lot's Jay Prince was heard through the
who he sacrificed?
African grapevine that he had inked a deal with the brother.
So he just skipped over his sacrifice.
Pimp C. And if you can remember, Pimp C went live before he died. And he started blasting people, calling people homosexuals and this kind of thing. And he was calling people out. Shortly after that, they found him dead in a hotel. Overdose. When you want to operate in that $20 million club?
But people who do lean around that time was overdose. Oh, man.
And higher, $100 million club where these brothers were operating in? Oh, you got to pay the price. You got to bond yourself to these people forever. Let's look at some of the other people that have bonded themselves to this demonic energy. When Kanye West wanted to be up in that space so bad, he signed the oath, took the oath rather, and signed on.
I'm not going to go there. I can't believe homie had his mama whacked, bro. She had a surgery and had she wasn't strong enough for that surgery. And that happens too. You get what I'm saying? With recovery, that's one of the things, bro. So
he was well aware of all of this.
So who did Jay sacrifice?
How did they pay him?
Who did Jay-Z sacrifice?
What's the battle? Scion made a deal with him. Then the New Jersey Nets, he owns part of that. J Hotels, 4040 Club. I can go on and on, bro.
Yeah, I can't, bro. Because I can name some successful people. So nothing is accidental, court, man. Y'all got the floor, man. What you think of Professor Griff clips?
I got a varied amount of opinions. Before I get too deep in it, I will say that through one of the organizations I was involved in, we did pay him a couple times to come to the city to speak during the time he was doing all this, when he was going on all of his rants in the early 2000s and 2010s. And that's why I was, he was one of the sources that I was familiar with this this storyline, if you will. I think that I'm with you that we got to stop doing that and equating any form of black success as being somehow nefarious, sinister. You sold your soul to Mephistopheles.
Right.
Just made $1 million. Like we really got to relax. Some people actually are good, are actually good with money, and some people actually do produce goods and good quality goods and services. Let's not do that to black people, especially as black people. But now, could it be possible that somebody went and told? I could see that. But as far as Professor Griff, like we were saying in the chat, his timeline is all over the place. Okay. Pac died in 96. Aaliyah died, 2001, whatever like that. And according to the rumors, the meeting with these execs to try to do this happened in the early 2000s, say 2004, 2005-ish. So by that mythology, these deaths had already occurred by then. So where are we going with this? I don't get what they're doing.
Shit, that nigga Jay might have already been up 100 by that time. The niggas
right.
To get the other stuff. Them dudes was up a couple of hundred. He had already had the Rockaware, and they made $80 million in 18 months, man. And I was in school back when that happened, so he was already up. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's also something that's also
a grift though, dog. Let me play. Go ahead, say your last part, and I'm gonna play this Gene Deal clip.
I was just going to say that a lot of these artists, if you notice, yes, we can make money, but you notice that many wealthy, successful people within America, especially people of color, we're allowed to get money. But when you start talking about aggregating our wealth and we start talking about independently coming up with self-sustaining economies amongst our community, that's when these people find themselves in trouble. And I think that is the overall there that a lot of people are gravitating towards about that storyline. Is
say that again. What's the there? What's the there?
The there is that you notice that a lot of successful black people, well, not just black people, but definitely black people within America, were allowed to have individual wealth and success. But when we try to aggregate those resources or create self-sustaining economic systems for our community, all of a sudden our dirty laundry gets aired out, or we find
ourselves. LeBron. I mean, people do it all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
There's people out here doing it right now. There's people out here doing it right now, bro. And we don't hear nothing bad about them. You get what I'm saying? Common is doing it in a major way. I don't be hearing nothing crazy about Common, and he's been doing it for a while. Denzel been doing it for a while. Spike, and the list goes on. Oprah. It's a lengthy list of people, black celebrities that are doing great things for their community, and you don't hear nothing bad about them. Andre 3000. I don't hear nothing bad like that.
Oh no, I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more. But I'm saying when we talk about it, when we start trying to aggregate the wealth, I'm talking about wealth aggregation.
LeBron got a school, man. These dudes got schools.
No, wealth aggregation is imagine LeBron Jordan. Imagine LeBron Jordan and like 7 other major NBA stars all built schools in their home cities that all work with each other, but at an accelerated program. That's what I mean about aggregation. Individual success and wealth, that's fine. It's when you start seeing these people trying to aggregate. Tyler Perry Studios is great. Now let Tyler Perry Studios and the new thing that Cat Williams or whoever starting, where now you looking at 2 independent black things who now they got enough money to bankroll themselves. They don't need to go out here. They don't need to look outside for nothing. You'll see that become problematic to the outside forces that be. That's what I was saying.
But Clips, that's called competition, though. People, it's gonna be problematic because
I'm not saying it's racism or anything. I'm just saying you notice that is the trend, and so that's the there to where people are like, yeah, if they was talking about getting their own distribution, hell yeah, I could see Lior and all them motherfucking all the I can see them trying to shut that down. Like, I'm with you. You don't. That doesn't have to be racism. I can see.
Oh, no, it could be racism too, but
right there you
but
go.
also too, both things could be true. Hold on, don't get that twisted.
Yeah,
I know
capitalism.
what country I live in.
Capitalism and racism have been intertwined since their inceptions.
Come on now, say it again. People in the back, bro.
Capitalism and racism have been intertwined since their interceptions. All right, you can't have either concept without the other concept.
Lake County in the super chat. He said my nephew died in the car I bought. Sometimes I feel it's my fault. That's a quote from Jay-Z. He said hell, Griff said he'll say Griff, Jay-Z sacrificed his neighborhood. Let me give Lake County the $2 super chat and the $5. Appreciate you, bro.
I'll give you the $2. You give him the $2. All right, pay him the $2. Oh, pay the $2.
I got 5 on it.
Go ahead, Clips.
And for the people who don't understand what I just said real briefly, all right, racism as we know it now in the world was invented in the late 14, early 15. It was codified by the late 15 and early 1600s. But sometime around the late 14 and 1500s, okay, racism started becoming a thing that was pushed by the Catholic Church to justify the inhumane treatment and exploitation of mainly the Spanish, Portuguese, and then eventually the British and Dutch of indigenous peoples in Africa, then eventually the New World and Asia to squeeze out the maximum profits that they could from these resources. And so at the end of the day, we could talk about all the humanity, all the inhumanity and all the whatever. Racism has an economic root to it because this is the justification that many Europeans use so where they can squeeze maximum profits. Now, when you look at the history of capitalism, these Europeans who are making profits from these systems who are saying, you know what, I do not want my profits taxed by some king or monarch. I want a free market society where I can still maximize even more profits from this system. But as capitalism, as you see in America, most people really don't like the separation of capitalism from certain forms of institutionalized and systematic racism, hence even the pushback to DEI in the workplace that we're seeing now that our current president is doing, because these things are very intertwined and interwoven within themselves. You could say what you want to say, this is America, but that only proves my point. Governments and everything were set up behind slavery, which slavery existed for millennia memorial. But slavery as we know it now in the modern world, and in modern racism, this is a new thing that was invented to justify. Because remember, under slavery in its old world, ancient world sense, it was indentured servitude. These slaves were still human beings. They still had rights. The master had responsibilities to them. All right. Now, human chattel is actually what was imposed on the indigenous people of Africa and America.
Yeah, it's like cattle. You're an animal. You're not a person. That's different.
Right. And sometimes we
hey, look, Clips. You want a person less the master wants a pussy.
Exactly.
He want to fuck.
Right. Excuse my language.
It was a love story. Thomas Jefferson had a love story with his slave. No, bro.
Yeah, Sally Hemings had no say-so in that. Whenever that old white man wanted some head, she had no damn choice. That was not a love story.
Yeah, he'll scrape her, man. He'll scrape us.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Clip. Go ahead.
But and you got it 1,000% right. Forgive my language, but under human chattel, you are fuckable farm equipment. Okay? Fuckable, breedable farm equipment. You're not a human being. There are no rights. And that is how modern racism came to be, so they could justify classifying human beings in such a way. Therefore, they could squeeze maximum profits from that human being's life, labor, and sweat equity. Not only that, our Constitution is littered with amendments that at its core was either trying to codify or to combat the institutionalizing of in perpetuity slavery, which was something that we really got big on in the Western Hemisphere, where not only are you a slave, but your children are slaves, and you are a slave in perpetuity. I don't give a damn if Lincoln's freed the slaves. We're still not going to allow you to be treated and have the rights of a true free man. And that's why we've had 2 civil rights bills had to pass. And the problem, and you notice, these are civil rights, not human rights. Because still constitutionally within even the United States of America, black people's human rights are not acknowledged. Technically, by the law of this land, they have to be civil towards us.
Hold on. For sure.
Hello?
Hold on. 305, you on the line. What's your name? Where you from?
This wrong, man. Damn, Irv Gotti dead, man.
Yeah, man. He gone, bro. Age 54.
Damn, man. Y'all, when y'all gonna tell me the funeral arrangements?
I don't know, man. Shit, I thought you was gonna put in on it. You can send a super chat. I'll find a way to get it to the family.
All right, I'll call you in the morning.
All right, man. You got it, man.
All right.
Yeah. I told you, Nash, you was breaking the news. A lot of people found out through Nash. Like I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, this Mark Nash TV is a real thing, man. It's breaking beats. We break down business, entertainment, arts, technology, sports, anything that the neighborhood feels like talking about, you know what I'm saying, with a comedy twist. But, you know, there's a lot of real things that's going on, and we might put some jokes on it. But as we laugh, we try to learn over here in the neighborhood. Ain't that right, good sir?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's all. I don't want to try to go back and forth with you, This America, or anybody in the chat, but I do want.
Yeah, it's not reading the chat. Yeah, turn it.
Yeah, no, I'm not reading the chat, but no, to finish my thought, I just want people to understand that difference. We often get lost in the woods when we keep using the term slavery and slavery, but technically what happened in the Western Hemisphere was human chattel.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah. I mean, most people. Like, that's Googleable. You get what I'm saying? If you don't know that, you don't know nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember talking to some people. I talked to some folks and they'll tell me, well, who sold the slaves? I was like, not all of them was sold. Some was kidnapped. Like, it was a time, okay, and it was a time when slavery was illegal, but if you already had slaves here, you had your slaves here, but you couldn't bring them more in. And they were still finding a way to bring them in. I did a documentary about that up here. So, I did a breakdown to a documentary. I didn't do the documentary. So also I was finding out that it was a situation, I think it was called the DePaz family or the DePaul family. They was doing that up there in New England area. Up there right by what Green Bay Packers? I mean, not Green Bay Packers, the Patriots play. So it was another situation too where it's going on there where here's the deal. If you walking down the street today in your neighborhood and somebody wants to sell you their child, do you just buy the baby? Some people just said, no, I'm not doing that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not, just because you're selling your baby don't mean I should buy the baby. Just because you're selling a person don't mean you should buy a person. So I don't want to hear that. Like, well, who sold the person? Well, blacks were selling blacks. It's like, I'm like, okay, you still got possession of it though, man. Like, that's like saying, well, who sold the heroin? Why did you go buy the heroin though? You a heroin addict. This is what you do. You like heroin. You like crack. So you went and bought some crack. Well, who sold me the crack though? Oh man,
exactly, Mark. It's like by that same logic that they use, then you should never arrest any drug dealer.
Bro, come on.
The drug dealer is blameless. He's just providing goods and services. Okay. You need to get your fucking addiction together. You need some self-control, buddy. Don't blame me. Because as long as you go motherfucking hit me with $40, you gonna get what you want.
Like a country that was built off slave labor has the nerve to call other immigrants and slave labor, because they were immigrants they damn self, and then and built off slave labor, call everybody else, telling everybody else to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, and like that shit blows my fucking mind. Y'all have monuments of traitors to this country. They They led a rebel army against America, and y'all got monuments for them and streets named after them in Georgia and all over the South. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
That's go ahead, bro. I wasn't finished, but go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, continue your thought. I'm sorry.
So my point is, when you have things like that going on, right? That same country telling people, oh, black folks lazy and immigrants need to pull themselves up. Like Trump's grandfather was an immigrant. That's how close he is to it. Some of you guys, me included, and some of us, nigga, not my grandmama, my great grandmama, like we can't remember. It goes back so far. Bro, your grandfather was an immigrant. Your wife is an immigrant. You get what I'm saying? Elon Musk is an immigrant. First generation. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit just blows my mind, and people just jump right on board. Like, yeah. This like, people who never rode a commercial plane don't care about and always ride private jets. You think they care about your plane being safe? Clearly not. Like, I mean, it's sickening, bro. Don't get me too far off the rail with the politics, but go ahead, say what you was about to say. Oh yeah, here's the last part. So I saw somebody talking about they want to shut down the Board of Education, right? And I was like, that's the dumbest shit ever. That's the dumbest shit ever. Like, I can't believe people are, and they're so locked in with this dude that they riding with that. Let's shut down the Board of Education in a country where you have some people, depending on what state you're in, you already at a lower reading level than where you should be at. And we're gonna shut down the Board of Education? And people just riding with like, yeah, good idea. Good idea. It was like, we ain't benefiting. Like, you keep putting money into the Board of Education and America's doing bad. I'm like, hold up, bro. America is one of the wealthiest countries in the world, if not the. Like, what are you talking about? Like, people come here because you can come start from nothing and end up with everything. So all of that, well, you don't even, man, I'm going to do a whole episode on that. I got to do a whole episode on it. But it's some dumb shit being said out here. And I'm like, feel like Kendrick Lamar. Sometimes you got to turn the TV off. Got to turn these niggas' TV off. I don't even want to hear you no more, bro. Because you are delusional. Delusional. Like, and they constantly tell black people, well, slavery was a long time ago. But y'all say, but okay, what the Holocaust was too. Holocaust was too. The Civil War was a long time ago. JFK died a long time ago. We can keep going. Abe Lincoln died a long time ago. You still celebrate those people, right? But people who were slaves during that time, you tell them to forget. We can't forget. You still, I see Abraham Lincoln on my money every damn day. I see a pocket full of slave masters on my money every day. And
Mark, aren't they the same ones who say never forget? I'm just saying, Mark, aren't they the same ones? Never forget, never forget. But then when it comes to our stuff, it's get over it. But we ain't supposed to acknowledge that disconnect.
Right.
Like, it's interesting. And back to what you even said about the education thing. Like, okay, you want America to be great again. America's at its greatest when America is pooling resources from around the world of its best and brightest because of its promise of that shining city on the hill. Where anybody, no matter your race, no matter your religion, no matter your gender, no matter what advantages and disadvantages you may have been born with, you in this land are supposedly capable of shaping your destiny. And the only way to truly do that is through knowledge, discipline, and hard work.
Yeah. Pass it around. Go ahead, Stephen X.
Salute.
What's up, bro?
Salute, bro. You guys were cooking. So I'm like, let me click the link because clips. Yeah, both of you, Mark, Clip. You guys are, you're telling the truth. I think the American people have to rise up right now. I'm sounding the alarm bells, bro. What Elon is doing, he's got your social security and your bank account information right now. And his 20-something-year-old incels that are not authorized to even be in the federal government are sleeping over at the Treasury Department or something with beds. They're not going home, working overtime to steal money and information. And I know you guys follow the news. I'm pretty sure you heard about the lawsuits against this guy. But by the time these lawsuits get adjudicated, it's over, man. The damage right now is being done. So I want to know what the American people are going to do about this. I think folks are sleepwalking, man. I know Congress is sleepwalking. The Republican, listen, you know this country is being held hostage by the Republican Party. Like, you could only rely on the Republicans to do anything. They have the majority in all the in the House and the Senate and the White House. And the Supreme Court is corrupt. And I'm pretty sure some federal judges are in Trump's back pocket.
Well, Stephen, here's the crazy part. I feel you where you're coming from, but you can go home respectfully. We can't. We can't do anything. So when you say sound alarms, when those alarms go off and that shit hit the fan, you can go back to Canada. Some of us can't got nowhere else to go.
Well, there's no point in doing that. I appreciate what you're saying.
But I get your point. Like, yes, yeah. But the way we handle things here, we use the process. We vote. And we'll see how...
no. Oh, brother.
Hold on. I'll let you talk. It's my turn.
I'm sorry.
So with that process, as corrupt as it may seem, it is the process. The elections are bought off to the highest bidder, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I'll come right back to you. I'm gonna circle the block. Come back to you. Champion Heart, talk to me. What's up, bro? Unmute your mic, champ. There you go. Go ahead, Champion Heart. Talk to me.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
All right. I just watching some stuff on Irv Gotti just passed, man. I don't want to sound like a conspiracies, but it's just seems odd to me that another young guy has died of a stroke or a heart attack or cancer.
He's had diabetes for some years now, though, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't know
A lot
that?
of these young cats seem to be dying of the same thing, man.
Well, they live in America where our food is poison. You know that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm glad you said that too, because I saw Russell Simmons, and I saved this in my bookmarks on Twitter. Let me go over here, and he said this. Let me read what Russell Simmons had to say. Let me share the screen so y'all know what I mean. Boom. Make sure y'all can see that. One quick second. All right, here we go. It's kind of small on your phones if you guys watching on the show on your phone. It's kind of small, so I'll read it out loud. Uncle Rush. Here we go. I spoke to my good friend Irv very recently. He was always incredibly energetic and optimistic. We talked about his new idea. I gave him the number to the person he needed to speak to. Then I expressed my concern about his health. He agreed that it needed his attention. He promised me that he would come to, what's this, GDAS, GDAS, but I guess wherever Russell Simmons is at, and undergo tests and begin natural and medical treatments. I promised him that if he came, I would guarantee that he add 20 years to his life. He never got to come. This is also disturbing. So many of my friends are at risk. American food, lack of exercise, and the toxic, frantic environment is killing my friends one after another. Today, I'm praying for Irv and all black men my age and under. They are poisoning you. Please pay attention. Boy, that kind of alludes to what you was talking about, Champion Heart. But that's what I think it is. I don't think it's as conspiratorial as you might say, because Quincy Jones died at damn near 90 years old. Like, we got a lot of legends still alive here that are his age, younger and older. But sometimes the simplest thing is the truth. And he had a poor lifestyle before he became Irv Gotti. Remember, Irv Gotti used to be fat as hell early on. He was always fat, Irv, respectfully. Had poor diet, poor eating habits, and money compounds those things. Once you get money, now I really ain't about to eat my vegetables. I'm really not about to go work out. So sometimes it could be as simple as that. King disease, like my boy Nas say, right? You got king disease. I can have what I want when I want. Weed, cocaine, women, ecstasy. Remember, they was on the look. Those celebrities be on those drugs too. They ain't just smoking Black and Miles and weed, my nigga. They ain't just drinking a margarita. They got to level it up. Put some cocaine in my margarita. You know what I'm saying? Like that movie Vacation Friends. So I digress though. You got the floor, Champion Heart. I'm gonna pass it back around.
Yeah, I wanted to piggy off what Stephen X was saying about this stuff that what's his name, Elon is doing. You know, he was saying that Congress is asleep, a lot of people are asleep. You know, I agree with what he's saying. You know, what kind of told me that was when that guy was on stage and he gave that Hitler salute. And that same Jewish organization that gave Kyrie Irving all that slack for a movie that he recommended people to see, they made Nick Cannon quit his job. They made excuses for Elon. You know, I just found that was strange that, you know, they would make excuses when you clearly see what this guy did.
Right. Everybody else was more offended than they were. But is that about race? But is that about race, Clips, or is that about money and power?
That's about money. Yeah, that's about money and power.
Hold on. I see he came off mute. Go ahead, Clips. Is that about race or is that money and power?
I believe it's a mixture of both. Like, because when you really look at the powerful, influential wing of the Jewish community, and I say that lightly, you know, that's where you see more of the Ashkenaz, more of the pro-Zionist, hard, extreme Zionist groups. And many of these people are Europeans, and they know they're Europeans who somehow, somewhere down the line, their ancestors converted to Judaism. So many of them, just like they were different Jewish people who profited off of it, worked in collaboration with the Nazi Party during the early years of Hitler's ascension, and even throughout the years of the Third Reich, you will see rich and wealthy, influential people of that group not trying to mess up the money and do anything that would endanger any long-term lucrative plans and deals that they have in place. And yeah, I really do think that these next few years are going to go down in history as the appeasement era, where you're going to see. I have faith. So this ain't doom and gloom. Don't get scared, people. I have faith in humanity, but I really do think that over the next few years we're going to see certain things become normalized and codified. That anyone who's close to my age, it's going to seem crazy to us. It's going to seem very extreme, and I really do think it'll take generations, multiple generations, to undo these next 5 to 6 years.
Yeah, President Andrew Jackson was a corrupt president too. and what he did, he would give like civil servants, like people that were loyal to him, positions. So it took what's the name of the president? Whoever came after him. I don't want to get the name messed up, but anyways, he had to clean it up. But what he did, it was so corrupt that it impacted like generations later. That's basically what I'm saying. Andrew Jackson, he was corrupt, racist, all that. You know what I'm saying? So,
You want
like,
alone? Shit.
yeah, exactly.
Andrew Jackson was a wild boy. Andrew Jackson, he was even wild as a general. Of course, his Battle of Baton Rouge was one of the telling victories at the end of a war that we lost. But in America, we spin it. We used the Battle of Baton Rouge, like the Battle of 1812, like we won, when we actually lost that one. But Andrew Jackson was a cold piece. Hell, Andrew Jackson was so cold. My Seminole ancestors, he was the one who moved us from Florida to Oklahoma. To where I'm saying, like, yeah, if you know this country's history, democracy is a very fragile thing. And all it takes is one president with a Congress and or a Supreme Court, let alone both, who stand quiet, stand down, or even support blindly their agenda. And one president, and just a one-term president, can affect a generation and a half.
Yeah, go ahead.
If not more.
Go ahead, Stephen S. What was you saying, though?
Well, absolutely. Okay, I hate to state the obvious, but this is the Trump administration, so it's his rule. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's very basic, but like we lived under the Biden administration, so like so we have to like no, this is his rule. So what the shit that's going on is normal under this kind of rule. I can speak from like, okay, American news, you got to listen to international news. It's totally different from what American news is saying. Like the American media has already been compromised. Because if you listen to British news and all them other countries, it's totally, Americans are being brainwashed right now. They've seen they made this guy seem normal. He's not normal. He's a danger to the whole world and this country. And I don't want people to feel powerless. And there's a guy named Timothy Snyder who studied dictatorships and stuff. The worst thing you can do is obey in advance. He says in his first chapter, do not obey in advance. That's how dictators get empowered. You have to disobey dictators and tyrants and wannabe dictators. And then you see all these news media, they're already bowing down to Trump, giving him lawsuit settlement money. Mark Zuckerberg, the oligarchs all behind him at the inauguration. Come on, y'all. This is serious. Okay. It's going to get, you know what? It's going to take some Americans, prisoners, to get transferred to El Salvador prison for folks to wake up here. Because that's what they want to do.
I take it further than that. Not to cut you off, Stephen X. But if you heard what he even said the past couple of days in different remarks, he wants to, when he's talking about Guantanamo Bay, it was like even American citizens who are not productive people, who are bad people. If I could get them out the country, if I could find some way to legally get them out the country, I will. So all you've got to now 14th Amendment once again. Now all they got to do is find some way to label you some sort of criminal, and it ain't just they can just strip you of your rights. They can also strip you of your rights and send you off up out this country and or to a black site like Guantanamo or some other undisclosed place. And that just is what it is, because once they come and get you, you're got, and who's gonna say nothing? Now you're lost in the machine. And that may sound far-fetched to some people, but that's just follow the pathology of that language and how if he's allowed to interpret that law that way. If he's allowed, that's why even the Supreme, there's a hold on his old banning of birthright citizenship. Because if we just allow this blanket new executive order to go, well, like Mark so eloquently pointed out, Barron Trump's citizenship is in question. Okay, Trump, your daddy's citizenship is in question. Thus, vis-a-vis your status is in question. If you really like, how far are you going to go back to challenging birthright citizenship? Are you going to say, as of this day in 2025, we're no longer with that shit? So all y'all who got in, good luck. You better not fuck up because we'll get you up out of here. Or are you saying we're just revoking that altogether? And like you pointed out, Mark, this is a nation of immigrants. And unfortunately, Trump could get indicted by his own words. The 14th Amendment and all those protections were for black folk. Birthright citizenship only applies technically. And Trump was right about this. Believe that. So all you people, Republicans, this is America, Trump was right about this. Technically, the 14th Amendment really only applies to black folks. But other minorities and foreigners for years have benefited from it.
Yeah.
Birthright citizenship. That only applies to black folks by the legal definition. Trump was right about
brother,
that.
I agree.
Everybody who thinks I'm anti-Trump, no, I call it down the middle. Trump was 1,000% right when he stated that fact. I know why he stated that fact, because if we really want to look at that and go down that rabbit hole, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. He needs to be careful, because outside of black folks and Native Americans, all y'all get the fuck out. Right now.
Right.
Go ahead, Stephen X.
Well, I already know it's gonna fall on, like usual, it's gonna fall on black Americans to save the whole country again from destroying itself, because that's what it's gonna come down to. And I know, there's this whole go our own way movement and let people fight their own battles and those immigrants and stuff. I get all that, but I'm telling you, I'm looking at this from a legal perspective. Anybody can get caught up in this. In fact, I'm already seeing reports of Americans getting caught up in this. Illegally detained, showing ID to a federal authority. You don't have to show your ID to an authority. They have to have a reasonable, articulable suspicion that you've committed a crime to detain you. This is basic law.
Well, I think we got some stop. That's if you in a non-stop and frisk state, but we do have stop and frisk states where they can do that.
I know the Constitution, brother.
I'm just telling you, man. That's what you cited right there goes for places where it's not a stop and frisk state.
Yeah, come on, Stephen X. You said you spent time in New York City, one of the most famous stop and frisk cities in state.
Well, I did, but okay, in New York, if you move a certain way, the cops ain't gonna. You gotta walk the streets a certain way. They're not gonna f with you but they got sued. There was a federal lawsuit that had to get them to stop.
Yeah,
and I'm
to get them to stop because it was law. They could do that. It wasn't a crime. They didn't have to have no reasonable, articulable suspicion. That's
right,
what I was just trying to tell you. I just want you to know that's not in every state.
Right. I hear you, brother. I hear you. I just know, man,
it's called an obligation to identify.
Okay, so what states would that sounds unconstitutional to me, but let me do some more research on that. No, because I've heard what you said before. I've heard that some states this is not a stop and frisk, because I watch all those auditing videos online.
And they do those specifically in those states where they don't have to do that.
Yeah, but I just know if the cops ever knock on your door, you keep your door shut. Don't let them search your car. I mean, these are basic stuff that you can just learn from watching friggin' TV shows. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, life ain't TV. I love you, Stephen X. I don't mean no disrespect, but yeah, in the real world, I'll tell you what, you don't knock that door. They only gonna knock so many times, and they snatching that thing off the hinges. Okay, you don't want to open up your car door. They gonna bust that window and drag you up out that thing. This America, my boy.
Brother, I agree. Listen, I'm not arguing with you.
There's all sorts of laws on paper, but in this situation, the guy with the gun.
But never, no, I'm speaking from personal experience. Never open your door to. Never do that. Never do that. Because then you're going to invite disaster into your life, because they're going to put their foot in your door.
Yeah, and you better have a screen door. Hey, look, at the end of the day, Stephen S., I'm with you to a degree. If they supposed to be in there, they gonna come inside, my nigga. They gonna go and kick that door and come on in.
I feel you, man.
They got a warrant like that to come get you. They're gonna come get you. So they got a no-knock warrant. I ain't got to knock. I can just kick this door and come on in. Shit, you ain't got to open the door.
Okay. If they have a warrant, open your door. I'm talking about when they're harassing you.
No, but they lie with fake warrants. No. They'll tell you they got a warrant.
Yeah, you
They
something in the
might
moment.
have,
you start
hey, look, they might have a warrant to arrest somebody, but they don't have a warrant to search. But they'll just tell you we got a warrant for such and such, and they'll come in and start searching. They don't have a search warrant for their property. They have let's say they have an arrest warrant for you, and they know you hang out at my house. They come to my house and say we got an arrest warrant. They're like, for who? I'll open the door. Well, it was Stephen X. Well, he don't live here, but he's known to frequent here, and we got an arrest warrant for him. We was told he's over here, and then they walk into your crib because you opened that door. They didn't have a search warrant. They had an arrest warrant for him, and he don't even live there.
And the minute Mark opened the door, or the minute that Mark acknowledged that you were there, then now there's suspicious criminal activity in there, which gives them probable cause to investigate further. Especially, like, say, if you was a violent criminal, if you was a suspected drug trafficker or whatever, now they could see, did you stash drugs? All cops got to say, oh, it looks like when I saw Steven, he threw a bag, and now they could toss Mark's crib. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're knocking at your door, warrant or no warrant, no, whether it's a no-knock warrant or whether it's just a warrant for your arrest, bro, they're gonna snatch that thing off the hinges. They're not coming just to say,
I get it. That's not true, Clips. Depending on what they're coming for, they can't just kick in your door and snatch that shit. So, because I've had cops come to my door and I just don't open the door.
Yeah, you just pretend like you're not home. You pretend.
And I've had the last thing, and I knew my neighbor had called on me when I was in the apartments. And I would blast my music, and they're working on records. And the neighbor used to call the police. Once I learned, but also I didn't trust my neighborhood in the area. So sometimes what I would do too, let's say I had to leave and go somewhere for a minute, I would turn the music up, lock the door, and leave. So you don't know if I'm there, if I'm not there, but the music is up. And that's when I first learned that the neighbor had called the cops. And he was like, man, I called the police and everything. I was like, for real? I was like, nigga, why you call the police on me? He was like, man, shit, you had the music on, man. I worked third shift, man. I was like, damn, that's crazy, man. He was like, ask me for what's up with the studio time, though. Yeah, what you be doing with the music and shit, though? Like, shit, what you be doing with the studio time?
Wait a minute, he asked you about studio time after calling the law?
Same conversation. In the same conversation that he told me he had called the police because the music was too loud. He said, he came over, knocked on the door. I wouldn't answer, and he was just, couldn't get to me, and he ended up calling the police. Police was knocking, and eventually they left because they was like, hey, look, we can't kick the door and then cut his music off. You get what I'm saying?
Man, Mark Nash, you a better man than me.
From that day on, you would have what?
I'd have dove on him, man. In the same kind, you telling me you laughing with me how you called the police on me, and then you gonna ask me for studio time? No, I wouldn't have dove on him because he'd have just called the cops. But yeah,
come on, bro. You gotta think. Exactly, bro. I just know I won't go fuck with him, and I now know he knows that there's music in there, but he don't know if I'm there, if I'm not there. You get what I'm saying? So that would just be my thing all the time. I would leave that music. I just won't have it as loud, but I have it loud enough though. But always kept the music going, bro. And that's when I learned by the time I got at that apartment, years later at another apartment, then another apartment, and I'm all the way in Mableton, Georgia. Had a white neighbor this time. So by this point, I've had experience in apartments blasting the studio music. And when those cops came that time, they gave me a warning. They told me next time they come, they was gonna give me a ticket. So every time they came back after that, I never opened the door. I left their ass out there knocking. I ain't turning the music down neither, up or down. I just left it how it was.
Hey, Mark, we 80s babies. No, Mark, we 80s babies. We know that because if you grew up that one way, mama will say shit like, hey, when the phone ring and then hangs up and then rings again, that's me. Other than that, don't answer the phone. Put that latch on that door, and until you hear that knock, you don't take that latch off.
Yeah, but they can't just kick in your door like that.
Yeah. Remember Move in Philadelphia? Move, the Move organization.
Yeah, they bombed. What was that? 3 whole city blocks. They whole little complex. They bombed the shit out of that shit.
Remember how they came out? They somebody made the call, take off your clothes, and then come out so they don't shoot you. You know what I mean?
But that's an old Panther. That's an old Panther tactic. Even when little Bobby Hutton, God rest his soul, got killed.
Well, I don't know about California, but the state I lived in, they can't kick my door. They can't kick your door in for a noise complaint.
No, they can't.
That's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit.
Yeah, that's not probable cause.
And somebody gonna lose their job. Not a noise complaint. Now, if they got a warrant for an arrest, they can't just kick your door in. You got to be indigenous. What I said, indigenous. Y'all know what I'm saying. Extreme circumstances.
Yeah.
Exigent
And if they want
circumstance.
to, they can pull a gun out and blow your head off if they want to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's not probable cause, Hap. That you're wrong.
No, the
You
probable
cannot have-
cause.
You
No,
cannot have
Hap,
probable
probable
cause
cause.
to kick my door in because my music is up and you have a noise complaint and I'm not opening the door. That's not probable cause
Right.
to kick
Well,
in.
there you go. Hap. Now, you just gave probable cause right there.
Made up
All
a
right,
lot.
what Mark is saying to
But
you
you just
is,
made up extenuating circumstances. You just made that up. That's not what happened. And if by that logic, they can always do that. And when you kick in that door, and I come home and it's an empty, and you kick in that door and it's an empty house, and I left my music playing, and you just kick my door in because you say you heard a scream, somebody's gonna lose their job, and somebody's gonna have a lawsuit. Like,
yeah, that's a fine line. Yeah,
hold on, let me speak. I think Hep is confusing with what somebody can do and what something somebody can do legally. You can do anything. You can walk up to a your mama and slap her tomorrow. I ain't saying you should do it. It ain't gonna be. It's not like it ain't gonna be some consequence. You can walk up to a cop and slap a cop. You can physically do it, but it's gonna be some consequences. That's what I mean, Hap. Under the color of law, can they legally do it? But that's it, man. I ain't got nothing else on this shit tonight. Y'all got anything else before we go? Rest in peace, Irv Gotti.
man. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Thank you for having me on the show. Shout out to everybody in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. And hey, everybody, listen, man. Remember, stay human and you control your frequency, man. Control your frequency. Don't start resonating what they're giving you, okay? And because there's going to be a lot of things that's going to try to control your frequency. So, you better control the way you vibrate out here in this space. And I pray that you find harmony and peace within your life. Thank you again, Mark. I'm gone.
Yeah, somebody in chat. All right, cool. Somebody in chat was like, endangering someone's lives is probable cause. Nigga, your music being loud in your house ain't even a misdemeanor or a felony. So it can't be endangering somebody's life. It's called a public ordinance. You violating a ordinance, man. It's not even a real, you ain't got no felony or misdemeanor. You can't even go to jail for it. You pay a fine. It's an ordinance. It's like not having your trash can at the street type shit. You don't go to jail for that. You pay a fine. So, nah, totally not the same thing. Nobody's life is in danger. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this, I'm not telling y'all something somebody told me or what I read in the book. I'm telling you something I know and I've done in this state as a person that always had a home studio for over 20 years. You get what I'm saying? In apartments, I had a home studio, 2-bedroom apartments. I had one for me and one for the studio. So nobody's about to kick in your damn door for your music being loud. As long as you don't go to that door and you don't turn that music down or up, you leave everything how it is. They don't know if somebody in there or not. They kick that door in, man. That house empty. Oh shit. Or it's a disabled person that's like, man, I couldn't get up there and get the music down, and y'all just kicked my door in. Oh man. Somebody about to lose their job, and you got a lawsuit. Like, I'm in a wheelchair. I can't make it upstairs. My nephew left the music up. I'm dealing with it just like y'all. Somebody gonna lose their job, and you got a lawsuit. But I get it. Everybody knows something till they don't. Go ahead, Pure. What you got? I'm closing this shit out, man. I'm being
Okay, Mark. I was trying to hop on earlier, but I was a little bit busy. I was gonna tell you, man, it's like skateboard, like the no skateboarding signs you see. Those are ordinances, man. They ain't supposed to go too far with it, but I understand what you're saying. With the noise complaint.
I'm telling you, I had this shit happen to me. This ain't no fictitious story. I'm just trying to tell you a story to relate.
Yeah, no, for sure.
My old lady know. Niggas who know me know. You know what I'm saying? I told this. I think I told this story before. Like, nigga called the police on me to ask me for studio time.
That's funny.
Weirdo. But he didn't live there that long. He couldn't keep his bills paid anyway, so everything happened for a reason.
Right.
He didn't even make it to the end of his lease. That nigga was gonna quit. But you got anything else before I let y'all go?
Not too much, Mark. I just want to say what up, man, since you're closing it down, man. But thanks for having me, like always, brother.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I'll see y'all Friday, though.
All right, man.
All right, Champion Heart, what's up? Stephen X, what's up? Let's get the hell up out of here.
All right, brother. Peace and love to you, man.
Yeah. I appreciate the time, bro. Yeah. Peace. RIP to Irv Gotti. His impact. Yeah. What he did with Murder Inc. you know, and Ashanti, Ja Rule, that whole Rule, DMX. It's always going to be remembered. So we should always give homage to a very, you know, he contributed to the culture. So rest in peace to him. And I appreciate you the time and the platform. I know it went political, but you know, it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
For sure.
Okay.
All right, peace. All right, man. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti, man. Gone, but definitely not forgotten, man. Definitely a icon, cultural icon in hip hop. Broke some major artists, you know, responsible for DMX getting his deal. Jay-Z coming over to Def Jam. Was Jay-Z's road DJ, produced off the first album. Sparked Ashanti, Ja Rule. I'm sorry, Cadillac Ty, Black Child. You guys didn't really hit the radar for me like that. Sorry. But yeah. They wasn't the ones for me. Vita. Vita had a little single, but just nothing really popping with it. He tried to bring Charlie Baltimore back. Nothing really happened with that. But man, damn, man. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. As far as that 50 Cent shit go, disappointed in 50. 50 got so it's like always getting pulled in so many directions. It's like damn, like this is what you got to do to sell some shit. I mean, it is what it is. It ain't gonna make me go buy some the Branson cognac or whatever he's selling. Damn sure ain't gonna buy that G-Unit sweatsuit that he rocking. But to each his own, man. Some people click it on it and they think it's cool, they think it's funny. But I don't think it's funny. Man. Disappointed in 50 because I thought he was better than that. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing there's another thing to not say nothing, but it's another thing to mock someone in death. As if you did it, nigga. That's my thing too. Nigga, you didn't whack him. He didn't die in no gun violence. Where you can even pretend that you like you had something to do with it. Like, nah, man, that shit lame, Fifth. But am I surprised? No, not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. So yeah, with that said, man, it's your man Martin Nash. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti is murder. Yeah, it's murder, baby. Shout out to Irv Gotti. And hey, look, man, look for all those Murder Inc. Interviews gonna be hitting the circuit. You're gonna see a lot of dope ass Irv Gotti clips because you know they appreciate you more in death, right? They don't like you when you're here, but they're gonna miss you when you're gone. Same thing for all of y'all in the chat. I'm gonna miss y'all when y'all gone in a couple of minutes. Good night. Hey, look, dreams require your sleep, goals require your effort. Go out there and get your goals, man. Respect the Irv Gotti. Let me get 50 Cent off the screen. Respect the Irv Gotti. Gone but not forgotten, man. Damn, man. 54 is young, man, in the aspect of life, especially when it could be avoidable. So I challenge you guys to eat your veggies, drink your water, smoke less, run more, love. And while you're here, shoot, love the ones that you got close to you and love the ones that love you. Love yours, like J. Cole said, right? Love yours, my nigga. Spend time with people that provide value to your life versus people that are always draining your energy, man. Tomorrow's not promised. All right. It's your man, Martin Nash. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
And I mean that shit. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Hey, it's Antonio Tarver, the champ, and you're watching Martin Nash at Breaking Beach. I usually don't do drops, but I'm going to give you one, bro. I'm going to give you one. I love you, champ.
This that squad sound. This is me now.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Nah, Dr. Mark, God made this possible, and so did viewers like you. Lake County, with the super chat, he had a good point too. He was talking to Champion Young Heart. He said, they're gonna serve that same food that killed him at the repast. Damn. Let me give him a drop though.
I got 5 on it.
Rest in peace, Irv. Wish I could have played some of his music tonight, man. Yeah, wish I could have played some.